It's fine.
It's fine.
That's
Okay.
what I do.
It's live now. So
Okay.
you're happy now. So let me do the presentation real quick. Hello OCW people, kinda. Because I know that only OCW people will listen to this. So welcome to the second edition of the HONCast. The first one was with Jake Allen. Unfortunately, not with us anymore. Not Jake Allen, but the stream. And Jake Allen, by the way. And for those of you who were there the first time around, it's more focusing on wrestling and story of the people behind their keyboards and controllers that you know and love or hate. And for this edition, since OCW is 20 years, I wanted to have a special guest that's usually not a guest. And you guessed it because the title is in there. It's Jay. Hello, Jay.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
It only took you how many weeks? You said, hey, you want to do a podcast? I'm like, sure. And that was you. It's literally been like 4 weeks that you said. I'm like,
Probably,
okay.
yeah.
And then like I said, like, are we doing this or not? You're like, yes. When are you free? I'm like, I ain't got shit doing because it's the holidays and I'm just baking and drinking whiskey. So yes.
I mean, I had to wait till your back was broke so we could do this.
Yeah, my back. That's a problem with age, B. Like. That or a sedentary lifestyle, like I feel like I don't know.
What did you
get up?
What did you say? What did you say? Like that's the problem with AIDS. What the?
Like probably. I don't know what I'm saying anymore. I'm tired. My back, my back fucking hurts, bro. No, it's like I wake up, right, and it's just like everything hurts, and it takes a while before the hurt goes away. Like I have to I have to move around a lot, and it's like, oh, okay, fine, but that isn't reeling in to go back to sleep or whatever. It's like, oh, here it comes, brother. It's annoying. Getting old sucks. Take care of yourself. Don't drink whiskey or bake. Just like do calisthenics or what Russ does, sports.
And,
sport. No, he said I'm doing. He's like, I'll be ready in 3 hours from now. I'm doing sport. And I was trying to figure out what sport is. Like, what are you doing? Rugby?
You never did sport in your life. You know what? No. You know what? Let's not start.
No.
Full disclosure, disclaimer, everything. The first time we did a Patreon podcast back in the day, like maybe 3 years ago, probably.
I think Elliot was there, right?
Yeah. No. Just you and me. The Patreon pod, where we kept insulting each other for like maybe 2 hours. It was great. It was a great time, but we did go off board with the topics at the end.
Oh, that's going to happen.
But this time it's going to be, I promise Adam and a lot more people, there's going to be more structured. We're going to go off topic for sure, but not, in the way that we usually do, like two dogs barking at each other. So it's going to be more smooth and more, I wanted to give Jay the platform, and it's not going to be the last iteration of the HONCast. I want to do multiple things. So in the next editions, it's going to be more people who want to be featured. I know already 2 names that want to be featured, so that's quite good. I'm not going to say it, but back in the day I promised 2 people, and I
people just want to be heard.
I mean, I'm not sour or anything, and I'm not in a bad spirit. Maybe I will at some point.
Why?
But everybody's welcome. If someone wants a platform to talk about wrestling, and because I have multiple questions that will be redundant in each iteration of the HONCast, like basic topics first, and then we go off topic. But I want it to be a little bit structured, so that's why. And I wanted, like I said, I wanted you on this one because OCW just added its 20 years, and we are the 28th of December today in this recording. So I think it's the perfect cap off to 20 years of OCW, even though we're going to touch very lightly on OCW, very lightly, not really much. It
should be medium powder at least.
Yeah, it's just
a medium sprinkle as well. Because look, no one's going to like tune it. Like who cares? I had a podcast. No one cares what I have to say.
No, because
fucking gorilla puppy.
No, because we all have one thing in common in OCW. Most of the time, wrestling first. So the first one, not because Jake Allen's a great talker, but
he's fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, and I miss him. not really,
You
but
act
a
like you
bit.
ain't see him last week. I miss you, Puffy. He's like, I miss you too. Fuck you. Like, damn, bro.
He came back into OCW when I'm gone, so it's just like he
He's
did it
not
on
even
purpose.
like in. He's what people should strive to be. Grind it out and then become like a conscientious observer and add when you can and be a fucking fan. Enjoy yourself versus people who want to grind 24/7, be miserable about grinding 24/7, let you know they're miserable about grinding 24/7. And it's like, no, just if you're not happy, take a break. It's cool. Like, I mean, well, it's not necessarily cool. You have to say something like, hey, man, my fucking feet hurt. I need all right, cool, man. Take some time. It's all good.
But I
It's
mean,
just, at the end of the day, like it comes for like, wow, I really am off topic. For example, I'll give you a hint. I'll give you a little tidbit of me. So I do, and this is incredibly nerdy, not even nerdy. On the spectrum of nerd thing, this is medium nerd, I guess. I do mythic rating in World of Warcraft. So what that is like really specific, if you want to call it highly skilled, raiders or whatever the fuck in World of Warcraft. Basically, we kill bosses that I think last I heard were like top 2,000, top 100. I don't know. I don't pay attention. Long story short, I'm there with a bunch of elitist people, and I'm not elite, but I'm still there holding on. And the only reason I'm there now, and mind you, a raid in World of Warcraft is 20 people, right? You need 20 people to do mythic raiding content or whatever. So you have to have 20 strangers or guildmates to do this shit. And I raid the really bad. I raid on Pacific time, so that's not great, but it is what it is. Thankfully, since we have some East Coast people, they go in earlier for us, so our stuff will start at 9 and ends like at 12:30 a.m. Eastern. So it's not awful, but it's not great. And you got to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, long story short, when I started doing it, I raided with mostly people I enjoyed. So as we progressed into the new, because an expansion came out in November or no August, I apologize, whatever. Now we're raiding with people, but like I don't know many, and you know me, Han. If I don't know you, if you speak and I don't like your voice, I I guess I can't, because something about you is gonna irritate me. So long story short, the only people I really listen to in the raid are maybe 3 or 4 people that I know, and then the raid lead, because he's he's basically me busting his hump trying to corral fucking 20 kittens, 19 kittens, and then the shot caller, which is basically doing the plays and shit, and I know him because we're cool and shit, and like I like him. Those are the only two people reason that I raid. And I told him, I'm like, I'm only doing season 1. Season 2 is like in next year sometime, because it's like, what's the point of me rating when 90% of the voices I have to mute because I hear those voices, and I'm like, I can't do it because I'm gonna say go fuck yourself. And I think I did it once by mistake, and I apologize. I'm like, listen, don't talk to me. I don't give a fuck what you have to say unless you're A and B. I'm not gonna use their names because they'll fucking find me. Because like, oh, what do you do? Like, shut up. So yeah. So the thing is, I'm season 2. I'm not going to do it because I'm not having fun. I'm only doing it for 1 or 2 people. So what is the point in me being annoyed and upset and having to mute all these people? Because I could take them off mute, but it's like I don't want to, because I start hearing them backseat. Because rating is like similar to OCW, but not really. Like you see people making backseat comments and this, that, and the third, or the raid leader's telling you to do one thing, and this guy's like, "Oh, we should shut the fuck up." You're not. We're like 6 out of 10, which is pretty fucking good on our server. We're like top 50, I think, or some shit like that because of that. But the long story short is the crux, the TLDR, the juice, if you will, of the squeeze is, if you're not happy doing something, take a break and you'll come back. Was it whatever makes the heart grow fonder? How can we miss you if you don't go away? That's basically it. So yeah, I'm quitting World of Warcraft and fucking.
No, but that's a great analogy of OCW, because I stopped OCW. I'm not, taking. It's a long break. It's not over, but it's a long break for me, and I'm happy with it. I'm gonna be part-time schedule probably. I already was, but yeah, not only, but in life in general. I mean, I have a lot of stuff to do, so I don't have that time. Baking. And also on that. Licked informations. It's no, but
photography.
What you talking about your hobby on the side, except OCW?
No, it's not.
It's not. 100%. No. But what you were talking about, not me. But for OCW, it has been my hobby / passion for like 7 years now, and when your hobby becomes a burden, you need to stop. And that's when I drew the line where the last couple of feuds I did with Pew and Nate and stuff, we were all burned out and we didn't, give stuff on time, and weeklies were a nightmare. When you are in OCW and you have feuds and videos to do and RPs, and you go by your week like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then on Tuesday night you're like, oh fuck, the deadline is tomorrow, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and you have to force yourself to do something because you didn't want to do it all week long and you still don't want to do it. It's the time where you need to take a full break with all your calls. You don't need any calls to be the product is going to be good or not, it depends on your taste, but the product is going to be fine without you. And it's Jake understands that, Nate understands that, Pew, everybody understands that. When you've been doing it for long, the product is not going to miss you. Some people are going to miss you because your character and stuff, and people are going to be happy to see you back or not happy. Some people are going to be like, they steal our spots, and but others who will be happy with you. So I'm taking
spot, brother.
I'm taking my time, not watching really shows, to be honest, except Anniversary. I watched Anniversary, but I'm not interested. I don't have time to I would have time, but I have other priorities to watch and to do. So maybe with time I'll get back to it. I can't criticize really what people do or don't do.
You used to be a lot, bro.
But I will say what I have to say about Anniversary on the podcast that is scheduled with Adam and Jordan. So because that's a full blown let's talk about OCW. So we'll touch briefly on OCW, you and me, because I have a related question with real life wrestling, so that's going to be interesting. For sure. So let's get started with my first question. The first question.
Just getting started now.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. This is. I mean, the recording has been going on since then. Oh, nice. I mean, first question is quite mandatory for me. The first one I asked Jake also. What is your first wrestling memory?
My very first wrestling memory is getting fucking wood watching the Jumping Bomb Angels versus Lila. No, I'm just kidding. Trying to see.
What's popping in your head? The first thing you saw about wrestling. Not the first thing you appreciated. The first thing you saw about wrestling.
Does it matter if it's a video game or if it's actually
doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
So the first one I would believe, and it's funny because the brain doesn't work anymore. It's my cousin cousin Dave related to Batista. He showed up with a shopping cart and a garbage bag, and in the garbage bag was Nintendo. In the garbage bag with the Nintendo was a copy of Pro Wrestling for Nintendo.
Wow. And
my first thing was playing pro wrestling with my cousin Batista. And we were, I was like, woo, playing that. And I don't think I was Starman. I think I was the Ric Flair dude. Don't remember, but I was like, oh, this is cool. And then that might have been my first entry into professional wrestling. Cause I do remember at one point that my folks, we would get, my uncle, my dad, my two uncles and my dad, they would order the pay-per-views and I would watch them. And I remember there was a Survivor Series. I don't remember which one, but there was a Survivor Series one. I probably did. If you look at like podcasts from other places that I was talking about wrestling, I probably remember it back then. But no, I remember Survivor Series. And then WWF was our thing in the family thing. And we would watch, the pay-per-views were like a festivity. So Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and SummerSlam. That's the ones we would always get in the house. My uncles and my dad and shit when everybody was together before the family exploded. And then moving on from that, I do remember my dad taking me to a WWF house show in Madison Square Garden. I remember Bret Hart fighting The Undertaker. Yes. I remember having the program. I don't remember what happened to the program, but I remember having the program. I remember like Undertaker was on the cover or Bret Hart, one of those two. And I remember Bret Hart being tombstoned, and I cried because I told my dad The Undertaker killed Bret Hart. He was like, my God. No, he didn't, boy. I was like, he's fucking dead, Dad. He fucking killed Bret Hart. And I was in the car crying and shit, going back to the fucking hood, just tears in my eyes. And my dad's like, yo, you got to relax. I'm like, I can't. He's like, you want cake? I'm like, okay. And I was still crying, eating cake and shit. Like at night, New York cake, crying because Bret Hart was killed by Undertaker. So thank you for that memory, Dad.
The
What?
equivalent of 2024 Kevin Owens pile driving Randy Orton,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
when kayfabe.
He killed Cody Rhodes. He's dead, Daddy. Hell. Yeah, no. And then ever since then, I was a wrestling fan. So the funny thing about that is that I used to be like Jake, bro. I loved everything. I loved, I ran into at my uncle's house when like I said, the family exploded and shit. I would go visit my uncle's, and like he had cable, which I didn't have at the time, and like WCW was all like, what's this? I'm like, well, this is 6 o'clock. This wrestling, this is fucking amazing. I'm watching fucking, Dusty Rhodes and Arn Anderson, fucking Terry Bam Bam going up. This is fucking, and then sometimes you get like weird AWA, like, what is this? Like, this is great. Like, I love everything. ECW became a thing. There was a time where I would make Jake look like fucking the biggest poser or whatever, because Jake Happ, you know who that is. He's a big fan. Bro, I was knee deep into ECW, WWF, and WCW. And there was no like fucking, oh, I'm a fucking hoity-toity smart fan. Nah. I was listening to I would read WrestleZone with my boy Andran, and they wouldn't spoil anything. They'll just give you like a general idea of news, like journalisms. Like, oh, so, there might be a potential sighting at SummerSlam. Like, oh shit, it's gonna be fucking Rob Van Dam who's showing up, like shit like that.
Yeah,
we would watch it, and
we didn't have Wrestle Talk and all that kind of jazz back in the day. Returns and surprises were real surprises.
It was so good, bro. Like, I just staying up, me and Angelic, we was like the wrestling heads. He actually gone on to become like a somewhat of a journalism, if you will. Shout out to him with his fucking endeavors. Love it. So at one point, like, we would try to stay up to like 2 o'clock to watch ECW on MSG on the channel MSG, and sometimes it would show up, sometimes it wouldn't. So we would stay up to 2 a.m. and then you just see a fucking Yankee recap. I'm like, oh motherfucker, like, because you were waiting for ECW, that shit like that. Like, it was great. There was no Usenet, or rather, do you know what Usenet is by any chance?
Nah, I didn't know that.
It's fine. It's nerd shit. So prior to forums. Well, not even prior to forums, but like in tandem with forums, before Discord and all this other shit. Shout out to Discord for being fucking rat bitches. Anyway, you had Usenet. Usenet was basically like user news groups. So you would use like certain software to get into these groups. And what it is it's just information. So like you can like usenet.whatever.edu/WWF. Or WWF stinks, and then you go there, and then people would be fucking crying about Austin and Rock, talking about that they can't outwork Dean Malenko. I never saw this until like way after the fact, like years after. I was a diehard Rock fan, I was a diehard Stone Cold guy, and none of these poisoned fucking bullshit indie smart thoughts entered my mind until like maybe the mid or like the late 2000s and shit like that. So it was such a time to just enjoy wrestling. Didn't give a fuck if it was Outlaw Mud show, whatever. Did not care. Indie show, someone got hit with the lampshade. Good, fuck them. It was great. It was a fucking great time. The only thing would be upset about Vince McMahon's dumb choices, like, oh man, that's stupid. RVD should have gone over. That sucks. Shit like that. It was never this weird tribalistic bullshit that's now encompassed everything, which has now gotten me also fucked up. But yeah, it was a fun time. What was your question? I don't know. I talk a lot. That's why I can't.
No. I'll stay on topic because it's interesting. You said you were watching ECW, WCW, NWA, WWE, and you said Rock and Austin were your favorite. Were they your not all-time favorite, but back in the day, was it like the two wrestlers that stood out to you, or did you have some preference for, even though you weren't into tribalism shit and stuff, were you more into Rock Austin, or maybe you had some preference into OCW, I was about to say WCW, or were you leaning more into the WWF side?
So here's a funny part about that. So with the wrestling thing, so I grew up with WWF first, so that was my go-to. I wasn't a big Hogan dude, but again, I was big enough Hogan dude when the Warrior beat Hogan. I also cried. I was very upset. About that.
Oh wow.
I didn't love Hogan, but I loved Hogan at the time before he said the hard R. So whatever. I had the rubber. this is before your time, but they had like these rubber unposable figures that you could beat someone to death with. I had Iron Sheik with his little curly shoe. I had Macho Man, and I had Hulk Hogan, and I had one more. I think it was Andre the Giant. I can't remember, or maybe Junkyard Dog. Either way, fun times. But no, to your question. So as the WWF began to become quote unquote stale or whatever, I didn't see that stale, but I was like, oh, I don't care about this. Like, this is this is kind of goofy. Like, I love Razor Ramon, I love Diesel. They held it down like in what was it, like 94, 95. There was the shit, Mr. Perfect, Bret Hart, whatever. But like most of WWE, like, oh, it's just kind of like whatever. And I remember this dude named Charles, because back in the day, some more side stories. One of the people had to help make the first version of OCW, White Scott. We used to do, before Discord chats and everything, we used to do like phone things. So basically, like, there'll be like 4 or 5 of us on a phone, basically people calling each other, and then 3-way calling, and then whatever. So we just be on like phones for like ever. I had like a Radio Shack headset thing at one point. Before that, I had like a do-rag, or actually I had a wave cap that was tied around my head with the headset on my ear. So I had such ear pain for being on the fucking a fake headset for like hours and shit, playing video games, talking garbage. Anyway, so Charles got me into WCW heavy. Like, oh, you're kind of bored with this. You should probably check out, WCW. Like, because at the time didn't know where to find it, but I would catch it if I catch it. So he told me to get into like whatever. So with WCW, you would never guess what started turning me towards a WCW guy versus WWF. And it's not, the NWO had a part to it, but prior to the NWO, do you know what it was?
Prior to NWO.
Yeah, prior to NWO, what do you think took me over for WCW?
Wow. Probably Ric Flair, probably. I don't know.
No, the Luchadors Cruiserweight division.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Fucking
moving to then and yeah.
Son,
okay.
I was a fucking Stanko Malenko mark. Dean Malenko and Chris Jericho. I used to love the Cruiserweight division. Yo, it got to the point where I'm like, yo, man, when the big guys show up, I don't care about these people. I want to see fucking... Except for Van Hammer, he was cool because it's a stupid name. But yeah, no, I love Dean Malenko, Eddie Guerrero, Chris Jericho.
You had some fucking great names. You had Juventud, you had Jushin Liger, you had Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, you had Super Crazy and stuff. It's just so many people in that roster. Yeah, I think a lot of people started to be interested in not only luchadors but lighter guys because of WCW, and thankfully because the heavyweight scene, kind of quote unquote heavyweight scene, whether it was WCW, WWF and stuff, were kind of stale, not really, but the same people over and over again, and the same same feuds, either in WWF or when they got to the other side and on WCW. And as you said, even though people need to understand that Hogan was a big thing, even if you weren't a Hogan fan, it was so big. Then even though you were not a fan of Hogan, you were touched by everything that happened to him, or everything he touched. So that's no Diddy. No Diddy.
He had a catalog of like, I watched Thunder in Paradise. I watched fucking what is it? The Santa movie he did. I watched Suburban Command. I watched all those stupid Hogan movies. I was like, yeah, I'm down for that shit. It's Hogan, baby. But like it's been said a lot of times, but nothing will ever touch the 90s on cultural like phenomenon alone, basically. There is nothing. I've never seen it since in that regard. And it's not a knock on the current stuff, because that's all well and good, not at all. I'm just saying the cultural relevancy of WCW and the Attitude Era, like when they kicked, it was you either watched it or you were fucking called something I won't say here because reported. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, not that there's anything wrong with that, but like shit like that, like everybody. I remember like when I used to work in law, my coworker was a Stone Cold fan. Like, that's how, and like this is some fucking Trini lady who like you would not think is a wrestling fan. She's like, I love Stone Cold. Like, what about The Rock? She's like, fuck The Rock. Well, whatever. It tells you your opinion, lady. But shout to Nirmala. So like it's I remember at one point playing hooky, going to high school, my friend's high school in downtown. Like, I think it was 14th Street, some shit like that. And we was they got on a class trip to Central Park. So like, wow, this like really rich school. They do field trips. That's cool. We don't do that in the hood. Anyway, so I went there. We were playing two-hand touch, and it was one team versus the other team. And I remember the first, like, right when they were gonna do like hike, right? Like our team fucking like did like the fucking NWO like Wolfpack sign, and the other team was like, suck it. I was like, what is happening, bro? What the fuck is like, what is that? Like these like everybody loved this shit. Like in high school, you were handing out stunners and rock bombs, bro. The motherfuckers was just out of nowhere. Just like, hey, what's up, man? Just forgive a guy a pound and you get stunned. Shit like that. And you gotta sell it. It was like it was a magical time. But anyway, I digress.
But no, that's interesting
Continue.
because when I asked Jake, because Jake and I are almost the same age, and you're not a lot older than us, a little bit.
Significantly older.
No, you're not. We're like 7 years apart or 8 years apart, so it's fine. But that's the point, because not being an American, so I wouldn't know how was it in the 90s in terms of being a wrestling fan as a young boy or a young girl or whatever you want to call it. It's just
I got a science thing hat.
I know that Jake had some, he talked about it, some difficulties with acceptance regarding his wrestling stuff. Did you had some similar, difficulties, or everybody around you was a wrestling fan so you could enjoy it? Because I know when I was a wrestling fan when I was younger, it was kind of you could talk about it, but very few people could actually talk about it with you. It was very niche, so it's just not everybody was enjoying that or knowing even what wrestling was. And I think in America in the 90s, especially in schools and stuff, it was very popular. So did you have any difficulty to enjoy wrestling as a youngling?
Like you said, as a youngling. So basically, until WCW died, no. If we give a like, we was motherfuckers was like I remember like when I quote unquote graduated from high school, motherfuckers was shouting rock quotes and shit. As a matter of fact, there was a story about me and graduating high school, which I'll not go into because fuck all that personal bullshit. But I remember being in a very bad way, and I was like shouting. I was upset. Somebody goes, "It doesn't matter if you're not gonna graduate," and I had to stop and pop and then just be sad because like fuck you, like that was great, but fuck you, man. Like I want to fight him, but I was upset, but I was like, that's very impressive. And my friend King was like laughing too. He was like, man, I'm so sorry. I was like, it's fine, no one cares, whatever. I'm gonna fucking be here forever. It doesn't matter. But no, yeah, no, it was super accepted. People like that shit. And then when WCW died, that's when everything kind of changed a bit, and like we started shifting slightly. But now it was super accepted. It was a fucking fun time. My favorite shirt from like 99 to 2001 was the Austin What shirt. Or the show, maybe 2000, 2001 too.
The classic
I used to
one.
I used to rock that shit for occasions and shit, bro. No one ever said shit. Are
I
we going to a
mean,
concert? Stone Cold shirt. Are we going to dinner? Stone Cold shirt.
I mean, when you go to wrestling shows and stuff, people still have that shirt. So
yeah, NWO
timeless
shirts too. Speaking of, NWO was a fucking cultural revolution at my high school. Same thing with DX. Like I remember my math teacher, this Jewish fella, I forgot his name. I think actually no, his name was Goldberg. And the thing he would always mark out for Goldberg, he's like, "That's my cousin." I'm like, "No, it's not, Mr. Goldberg." He's like, "Yes, it is." And then he would do like the fucking the pyro like move, and I'm like, "You're gonna pull a shoulder, bro. You can't. You're not built for that. Cut it out." But like he would like whenever Goldberg have a match, he would fucking talk about it before class started and shit. He's like, "You fucking see Goldberg whoops DDP's ass." Like, you gotta relax, Mr. Goldberg. But yeah, nah, it was a fucking great time. And then the kicker for that, like it'll never happen again. But the kicker for that, those N64 games, bro. When wrestling is popping, and then you have shit like that, it just takes over the fucking culture, bro. I don't know how to like. We always used to fucking play the WCW game, and then the like No Mercy towards the end a little bit, but like that WCW shit it was GoldenEye, and that held us on fucking lock. Or what I did is I got, because I'm a fucking bougie bitch, I got like Virtual Pro Wrestling, which is basically the Japanese version of these games. So we had like fucking like Kenta Kobashi and fucking Tenyu and all these other motherfuckers. I remember, shout out to Rafi, he passed away, rest in peace. Fucking he used to play with I think it was Tenyu, and fucking the dude had like this fucking 100-hand slap shit, so you just full he used to fucking spam that shit on special and KO everybody. fucking great times, bro. It was just, I don't know, bro. That shit was a cultural phenomenon. Everything was great. And then fucking the Fire Nation came in 9/11. Everybody got fucked. I don't know what to tell you, Russ.
Yeah,
It
no.
was fun. It was great times, bro.
I
Great
mean,
times.
because I'm a great host and I know how to stay on topic. From hey, don't say otherwise. You said that everything was great and stuff, and so I wanted to know what was during that time when everything was great. What was your best wrestling memory?
Best wrestling memory.
Like you one that pops that is like, you know, amazing to look back and you remember when you were watching it how great it was.
Everything kind of blurs together. I remember Eddie Guerrero. I think it was Eddie Guerrero winning the championship WrestleMania 23. I remember that one vividly. And Tranix house, we used to always go there for wrestling and shit. Drive up to Queens, Bayside. One of the other ones I remember is like the well-known one, which I'm sure Melon will know. You just one more, and I'll be history.
No,
just be the Austin Rock thing. Oh my god, I don't remember if I was over there in Queens or if I was home. It blurs together, but I remember watching those matches and being fucking beyond invested. Also, one of my favorite ones was Hogan versus Rock. Holy shit, bro.
Oh yeah.
They're booing The Rock. I can't believe they're booing Why is The Rock being a bad guy? What the fuck is happening? Fucking Hogan's like, yo, bad shit was. That's what I'm like. You don't remember the matches, but you remember the fucking moments.
Mm-hmm.
And when it was Rock and Rock and Hogan, and they fucking switch sides, and Rock is like, well, word. Like the first stare down where they're looking at different directions, the crowd's going fucking banana. Like I was like, yo, this is peak, bro. This is fucking peak.
The look that they try to redo 100 times and never work because they're never in sync, or you know, it's just not the same aura.
Just different times, but yo, it was that shit was good. And even then, like the thing with that, like I always equate them to wrestling games because we had fucking I had the first one was a SmackDown. It was pretty good, and then Here Comes the Pain. Like when you have a good wrestling game and then you watch wrestling. Yeah. Especially when you got nothing but like when your jobs are basically like a bullshit part-time job, and then your other job is fondling titties, and then your other job is playing video games. You're living a good life. You got like a lot of time to fucking just basically do whatever the fuck you want. Yeah. Shout out to can't say her name for buying me a couple games. Anyway, the point is like I don't know. It's just those things made the game that much better, and then you just sitting there making all these characters like, oh fuck, Rob Van Dam's on this game. I guess I gotta make them. And then, you know, and then you play the games with RVD, and it's like I don't know how to explain it, but back then it was fucking dope. Now I don't even want to turn on these things and play with them for fucking 7 hours to make a guy that's gonna get wiped because these people can't do their service. Fuck you, 2K. So like I don't know, but like that's one of the vivid memories. A lot of NWO shit. I remember watching Sting Hogan, the bullshit. Yeah, a lot of rock shit. I remember watching the Sting Hogan bullshit and not like I remember it, but I don't remember where I was. I remember seeing fucking Hogan join the NWO, and I just remember being like, oh my. First of all, I was like, oh, it's because Bobby Heenan fucked it up for me, but I was like, nah, it's not, nah. And then when it happened, I was like, oh shit, but shout out to Bobby Heenan for fucking that up. And that's an example of a bad call.
Yep.
Like the worst fucking call in like wrestling, one of the worst calls in wrestling history. Whose side's he on? Shut the fuck up, Heenan. We know you don't like Hogan. Relax, bro.
Yeah, it's kind of giving it away. There's been worst in terms of calls, but this one was too, it was too obvious. But for that time, it's just why would he be on the other side? Either way, it's just like it makes no sense. It's just it's Hogan, but since you brought up Hogan and Rock quite a lot actually, is Rock your favorite wrestler of all time?
I think I might say it's between like Rock, Stone Cold, and CM Punk, and I know it's like, but what about Kenta Kobashi? What about shut the fuck up? I don't give a fuck.
I mean,
well, before Rock became like this weird corporate dude, but I'm talking about, if we're talking about the time capsule of me in the early 2000s with The Rock. I always loved The Rock because he would talk shit, and it was just I like people to talk shit. So he would just say like I was the dude who was always giggling at Rock insults, bro. Like even now, you just talking about answers. Like I don't give a fuck. It's funny to me. Shut up. But you want some intellectual? You want some fucking Mark Maron like diatribe? Shut the fuck up, fucking nerd. Like shut up.
I mean, who didn't giggle at a Rock joke? Bro, we all did. We all watched compilations on YouTube and stuff.
I know, like here's a classic one. Happy birthday to Steph.
That's fucking amazing. Yeah, I think your mic is cutting a little bit.
No, is it? Oh, it might be clipping.
Yeah, you're clipping.
Singing to Stephanie McMahon and shit. I got. Can you tell I'm like excited about fucking old wrestling talk? Ain't this, I feel like Jake and Owner of OCW. Ain't this a bitch?
I think we all have our memories of wrestling, and I know that I'm very 90s oriented in terms of wrestling, so I know, and maybe some guests later on will have different takes, maybe because I know some people that started wrestling in 2020, so they have another take, and it's as exciting, but because I know where you come from in terms of memories and stuff, I can relate more as the same stuff with Jake. And speaking of fun, I asked you about your best memory, but I think we all have one memory that made us not rage quit, but almost, or one that infuriated you to some degree.
Booker T versus Triple H.
Okay, yeah, that's valid. That's very valid. I mean, that's got to be top 3 for everybody from that era. But you do, okay, yeah.
No, that was one of. Because what happened is like again, even before like dirt sheet bullshit, which I unfortunately got swept up in. It was like you would see like this is kind of stupid, and then like they would do nothing with it. DDP like I was a DDP fan. Now it's not a mega fan, but I like DDP a lot. It's like a lot of I'm mentioning just Rock and Hogan, but there's so many people in between. Billy Kidman, I was a Billy Kidman mark at one point too. Like Rey Mysterio, like I liked all that shit, but like DDP coming to WWE, I was like, oh, this is gonna be fucking great because he was the people's champ. Like my thing was back in WCW, he was the people's champ, and The Rock was the people's champ. So in my head, I'm thinking, you could tell I'm excited because I talk fast. Usually when I'm in the mood, I talk mad slow and fucking hood deliberate. When I'm excited, I talk super quick. So DDP was my thought was that we're gonna do a people's champ feud with DDP and Rock, and I was all for it. And he just became this weird stalker, and then fucking never seen from again until he's like a WWE legend or some shit. Like there's been so many like bullshit things that they did. I was when ECW invaded WWE, I was big into that. Them fucking up the invasion. The invasion was good, but them fucking it up was also like, figured par for the fucking course. Like everybody did think they do better, but it's like, this shit's in front of you, but they didn't want to. Like you see it and you don't understand it, but then when I do OCW shit, I'm like, oh god, am I fucking Vince right now? Minus the pooping on people's head. Like, am I fucking using emotion to make a decision? I'm like, no, I'm not, because I have other people to tell me relax, like and staff and shit. Like I never. Like to bring it to OCW, I never go based on emotion, despite what people may or may not think. Like I always look at people's work ethic and then like what they're doing, and then go from there. And then even when I'm like a little confused, I'm like, what does everybody else think? Because just in case. And then if they provide an opposite point of view, I'm like, all right, cool, we'll go with that then. Because I'm not gonna be the guys like, oh, it's my way or the highway. Like there'll be a lot of shit pitched to me, and in my head, I'm like, well, this is pitched because it's a certain way. And that's cool, but here's why I don't like it or why I don't think it'll work. And generally, when people speak, oh yeah, okay, I see it, I get it. And then sometimes they'll try to have a response like, all right, cool. But then we go back and forth, not in an aggressive way, but just whatever. Like that whenever I spoke to you regarding anything you were doing, if in the event that I was in the loop and shit, because it's better for me to be in the loop than to not be in the loop and then fucking put the kibosh post because everybody gets upset, well, understandably so. But yeah. Whereas Vince would just do garbage shit. Like he'll go one way and then fucking go a 180 somewhere else. It's like, this doesn't make any sense. Like he did that with December to Dismember. He like that when ECW like had WWE ECW, that bullshit. So at first he was leaving it alone, and it was Paul Heyman's vehicle, and it was you could tell the Paul Heyman fingerprint on it, which is something I wish I could do like like in OCW, like Paul Heyman is a person who could emphasize someone's strengths and minimize their weaknesses. I don't do that because I leave it up to the handler to do that and shit. Back in the day, I used to, but it's like this does it's no point. Like I tried it with you, and then you fucking just did not listen and didn't give a fuck, and then that's when this idiot was trying to get you out the paint. Like remember, I think I gave you new music and like a new attire or some shit, and I was like, "Here, man, you should use this." And you said, you looked at, it, you said, "Okay," and then the next show, you just had the same old shit. I'm like,
Yeah, because I remember
"Ooh."
exactly what show it was. It was the Clash 2018, and long time ago now. Because I watched it back not long ago because we were talking about Juki, and it was my first feud, so it was my first match basically. And you edited the new song that was not bad, but I didn't feel it. I didn't feel it back in the day.
You
so I
didn't even say it like it. You just didn't use it.
No, I didn't use it once. I was like, I don't think it was you. I think someone else went to me and was like, we gave you new music, and I listened to it. I was like, oh, I don't like it, but well, fuck it. And next show, I put back the Jay White theme. Or whatever it was.
I was
no, it was not. It was not the Jay White thing. It was the. I think it was the evil thing from New Japan. I think.
Oh, it might have been. Yeah. Oh my god, you were stuck on New Japan.
Yeah. I mean.
You know what's funny? A side quest. The funny thing about you, right? You're a New Japan guy. We knew about New Japan, so we were like, stop it. Trash and Matsuda were very big New Japan, and I didn't watch New Japan, so I didn't know. All they did for like the first year or two was copy Nakamura and everybody, and I was none the wiser when fucking Matsuda came out with the final boss like tights or whatever, the trunk, the tights. I was like, man, this is fucking amazing. And then like years later, like 10 years later, I'm looking at Nakamura fucking like, this motherfucker.
He just ripped him off.
Took his whole, he just changed the hairstyle. Like him and Spider
word for word, bar for bar.
They were just ripping off New Japan, and I didn't watch it, so I didn't know nobody. And nobody like corrected me. Nobody said, "Oh, he just fucking New Japan." Like somebody looked like Corey Graves, like, "Yo, you like Corey Graves?" These motherfuckers are just ripping up Nakamura, and no one said shit. I was like, "Oh, okay, well, fuck it." Years afterwards, I'm like, "You fucking bums."
I mean, it's still canon. No, it's still canon because in my last Lucian entrance, I put the evil thing first in the entrance because it's still canon to me. So it's just funny. It was still gig. It's just But
could you imagine if you got pushed out though?
You would never seen matches like this in your life, so your loss.
We're not gonna go there, but no. See, that's what I'm saying. Like I remember fighting. I remember fighting for you. It's funny. I remember fighting for you in my own fucking Fed. Ain't that some shit? Like it's my like. Shut up. I say no. I say he stays. No, get him out of here.
I remember
arguing for you.
I wasn't there for the small talks and the Discord stuff. I just saw the big review he made on me on the forum to get me at the. It was show reviews, when we were able to wait until page 2 to have spoilers and stuff. And on page 2, he was doing some kind of a review. Not really. It was just bashing me for like 10 sentences. And I was like, what do you say fuck me for? Like, just...
it was me or was the other guy?
No, the other guy. And I was I was like, what did I do to this guy? He was like, hey, get the fuck out of here. And for my defense, I didn't know really the whole purpose of OCW, because usually in France and everywhere else, you were like... either you had to pick a guy on the roster, or either it was a sim fed, or in this hybrid shit I didn't know about. So even in my description first on the forum, I was like, from a current existing promotion like New Japan with real names and stuff. So I was kind of lost in the sauce a bit in the beginning, in the first month, and then I got it, and then things got to roll. But some people, the nameless one, didn't want me to understand, apparently. So if some people listening right now think that some people like Pug or Cass or me or whoever you want to call are tough, we're not tough on you, because we still give people the choice, not the choice, but the opportunity, the platform. Yeah, especially now with Kent and everybody else, everybody gets the benefit of the doubt. Even you're way smoother than you were back in the day, and even when I got into OCW, you were already a smoother version than you were before. So now you're just like a little gentle puppy. And kind of you never go off board, and you never go into raging mode, and nobody does actually. So
I do it on the forum sometimes, like when Bolek and Jinx is all shit to bed. I know Parker ran into VP. I was there just shitting on him. I was like, you gotta relax. I mean, I agree with everything you're saying, but you gotta calm down, Poppy. A little whatever. Like at the end of the day, like we get these enraged feelings or whatever, because it all. The funny thing is, if you listen, if you dissect, whether you're getting screamed at, whatever, it all comes from a place of passion, because it all comes from a place of like wanting you to be better or to improve. Now, sometimes the message gets lost because someone's being aggressive with you, which I can understand. Like, generally now, even when it comes to the shows, like people, we do the post show podcast, like, they'll be like, everyone's has these opinions, and then I'm like, I'm cool. Like, I ain't really got nothing to say. And then sometimes if I do, it's like, do I want to say it because it's gonna sound like I'm trying to pick on this person? But it's not really. It's just like, At the end of the day, it's like, it's not super serious to me unless it's like utter dog shit, and we haven't really had any utter dog shit.
I mean, it's an opinion.
In quite a while.
It's an opinion or criticism. You got to take criticism, and you got to take good stuff into criticism. I mean, I haven't seen useless or bad critic lately, and it's been that way for quite some time. There's always a substance behind it. Yeah, but I didn't see it. So.
I think someone said like useless segment like a while ago, a couple.
Oh no! I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna name Shelly, but just.
Oh, was him? I remember.
I know. I just popped, I think, at the wrong time in Twitch chat because I wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Bell pointed that shit out.
Because
shout out to fucking Bell, by the way. Like Bell is like this weird Gen Z. I love Bell. Like Bell doesn't say shit, but Bell like observes everything. And then when it's time to say something, Bell will have like this really well thought out fucking diatribe. And shout out to fucking Bell. That's what I gotta say. Like I'm like, oh, okay, I kind of agree with that. I kind of like, or rather, like you see it from a female's perspective, because remember, we don't have many. We have like 2.
Yeah, Amp and Bell.
Yeah. And and just so it's like to get that perspective on things. Like, okay, I get it. So when they boil things down, I kind of pay attention. Like, okay, some things make sense, and I can see it from that perspective. And like, it is for the most part a fucking sausage fest. So people need to be mindful and shit like that. But in general, at the end of the day, when people give you grief, usually it's from a place of like passion for what's happening, versus the fucking utter silence, which is like there's a Pew quote that I love because it is very like topical when it comes to OCW. And I remember I tried to send it to somebody and they fucking whatever on me, but let me find it real quick because it's a really good quote that he says in OCW that actually applies to fucking everything when you think about it. Where the fuck is it? Why the fuck?
Oh, you kept it. You literally saved it.
I saved it, but I don't know what the fuck. Basically, look, to summarize it, it's basically like because he's changed it now. He said OCW works best when it's everyone working for the common good. It works at its worst when it's you like basically just big upping your friends. And that's basically what it comes down to. Like when you want everybody to succeed, not just
you want the product to succeed. Not everybody, just the overall quality of the product.
Overall, you want the overall. So like people need to step up or step down or shit like that. So it's that whatever. Some people are gonna fucking do what they want, think what they want. It is what it is. They're gonna.
Yeah.
Some people, I'm sure, fucking Tony Khan sweeping everything under the rug.
I think it's not an excuse towards young people because I usually don't do that. It's just that I think you get OCW the older you get into the company as per se. It's just some things that you learn on the fly, and some people take more time than others to understand it. But I think in the grand scheme of things, you get it at some point. Everybody gets it at some point. If you stay longer than 5-6 years, except some people like A-Mart and stuff, you get no, not in a bad way, like because he was away a long time and then came back, so it doesn't feel like he was there like 15 years ago. It feels like he was there like 2 years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's not a shoot on Amart or anything. It's just that
I got you. Okay.
And he still have the passion of a youngster. I would say maybe because he had a big break. He had a big break. Maybe that's why, And for people who didn't have a big break, for like example of me or Jake for 7 years straight, you get to the point where it's just that you put the product first, you put the people first, you give them a platform, even if it's at your detriment. It's not at your detriment, because your detriment would be that the product sucked. Doesn't matter the results, doesn't matter what you do and stuff. If you can make the product valuable to someone or to the viewers, which are not people from the outside. Viewers are people from the inside. Viewers are OCW.
For the most part, most of them are.
And some
back
people
in the day, it used to be with fucking, I don't know what the fuck happened with the jump from 19 to fucking 22. I don't know what the ratings are down, brother. Ratings are down, but it's fucking strange. Like, I look at it like this: like, we in 1 month we raised fucking like almost $2,000 for the animals to give away a bunch of shit, and then a couple weeks later, we're fucking snitching on each other. Like,
we're not going to get into. I said it before. I have nothing to say about it.
It's a microcosm of chaos. It's the embodiment of microcosm of chaos. Like, the greatest good and the greatest bad at the same time. Like, that's basically what it is. Like, this place is. Like, I love this place, but at the same time, how you were saying, we were talking about people taking a break. I'm the only one who's not afforded that luxury.
I know, but maybe someday
I have to power through.
Yeah.
No, when I do, it becomes like this weird fucking like grab for power, or this weird like because remember, I've like taken breaks every now and again, and it just kind of turned.
Yeah, but the last time you took a break was I wasn't alive.
You got Vince McValmont and a sketchy FPRKD fighting for the championship.
Oh my god. Oh Jesus.
It's like, no offense to KD or Vince, but it's like, fuck, bro. Like, I can't take a break. I can't fucking.
I had a.
He was like, you won't last 3 weeks GMing. Bitch, it's been like 9 years. Suck my dick, you Manchester motherfucker.
Whoa. Calm down. Sorry, Jesus, calm down. Yeah. Just to touch briefly, and I'll say only this. I'm not on OCW Discord often. Like,
you shouldn't be.
I'm not. I'm truly not. Sometimes I'm just popping up just to see what's happening within the last 10 minutes. I'll talk shit a little bit to someone, and then I leave. Just wreak chaos and then leaving. But people know me for the most part, and they should know me because every single one of them went in private already in their OCW career or whatever, or work with me or spoke with me and stuff. So
you know what's funny? Sorry, I'm sorry.
No, come on.
This one I'm a very bad guest.
No, it's cool.
My favorite gimmick is people popping shit to you and then coming to you like, hey man, I would really love to work with you.
No, I mean, it happened multiple times already.
As you can tell, I'm a couple shades deep now into my whiskey. Continue. I apologize.
No, I mean, it happened to me, happened to Cass, it happened to Pugh multiple times. So it's just part of the game. It's just that
I love this place.
Cyberbullying gets you nowhere, except between cyberbullies.
Like, hey man,
it's just
I'd love to work with you, brother. I need that Le Bon Bon Lin rub, brother.
But to touch to touch on that matter, that little matter of the reported things, just to be clear, I don't hold grudges towards that. It's kind of funny that some people.
Should.
No, I don't because I don't. At the end of the day, I don't care. It's just that don't start to do that into OCW, because we had some like gang warfare before. Some people don't want to accept it, but it happened. Don't be bitter. No, but don't be bitter, and don't be to the point where you're a knucklehead and you just report people on OCW Discord, because it's just shitty. Just go into DM or PM, whatever you want to call it, and just tell the guy that, I didn't appreciate what you said. Just go in there. It's just
call him a hard F or a hard R and get on with your life.
Don't be a pussy. That's basically it. Don't be a pussy. We all adults. I don't care if you're 18 or 40. It's just we all adults.
Listen, it's simple, Russ Cole. Career versus career. I use my ult. you use Isu or Gonzalo.
I'll do it.
It's fucking like it's just like it's so fucking bizarre. Like sometimes I don't like.
Yeah,
I,
but
honestly,
don't do that. It's just
no, I'm not.
Not you, but everybody else. It's just
I just find it bizarre. Like
it's no place. There's no there's no place in OCW for that.
This place only works with me, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If you think about it, like because all right, like I get eaten by a polar bear, and Jake's like Jake gets nominated. Jake can tell you Jake's not lasting. Jake's not lasting. Jake,
oh no,
Jake
he's not.
About 6 months, and then y'all say some dumb shit on fucking Discord, and he'll lose his fucking mind. He maybe 3 months. Like, Ken's not doing. Like, there's nobody universally gonna.
Nobody.
And it's not to say like that I'm irreplaceable, but it's like just I don't.
The closest guy I would say that would try to hold the boat together.
It's so would be do anyway.
Yeah, but the some people would try, and I know
no people. There'll be so many people willing to fucking stand up, but then as soon as what is it? Shit hits the fan, it becomes just like weird. Like it's not even a knock on anybody. It's just like the fact you can't galvanize everybody. So like what'll happen is like when Triple H took over, kind of like you'll lose fucking 50% of people, and you got people left, and it's like, well, what's left? And it's like, okay, like it's just the way dynamics and people work. And I'm not putting myself up on this weird pedestal or nothing. I'm just saying in general, like I am the person with the fucking the patience of a fucking saint for the most part.
No, I mean,
no one else is gonna put up with this weird shit every night, like because the other option is you get like that weird kind of calm, tepid, fake nice shit. But at the end of the day, no one's invested in shit. It's like just look, my weird rambly drunk thing now because I'm fucking a couple shades in is just like, oh, be cool, fool, relax.
Yeah, be cool.
Shout out to Jake Allen because I can just imagine now like Jake take over. Like what? No, not at all. And then he does it for like 3 weeks, and he's fucking slowly screaming inside his head. He's like, I fucking hate all of you. Like Jake, you gotta relax.
I think multiple people like Jake, Kent, Pugh, to name a few, are trying to hold it together. No, trying to hold it together just for the sole purpose.
I'm just saying, like in general.
Sorry. Yeah, but just for the simple fact that, and it happened a lot of time actually, that we said we don't care about this, but just out of respect and out of not laying Jay down, we have to do this and do that and stuff, and that's logical for us. I mean, I insult you on the daily, not too much in 2024, but I used to insult you on the daily, but I would be mad if somebody else do it also, because I get that privilege. I suffered for that privilege, and I know that you know us, whether it's anybody that you've known for years that can do that. Not everybody can do that, but we come from a place that we earned that that distinction, and on the other side, we can do that, but we will never try to fail you. That's 100% why we do. Like I said in the chat the other day, I don't know where I said it. My only purpose now, when I come back, if I come back, I'll probably come back, but I have no time for that, is to make you pop and then leave. Because there's just the giggles, and then I'll be off to the sunset again.
And then me being cancerous is like that should be your only goal. So, and then like. Shouldn't be like, no, it should. After all the horse shit I gotta put up with, it should just make me happy. Do stuff that makes me happy.
I mean, the day you leave the boat sinks, and that's and everybody knows it, and that's fine with us, with everybody.
It might not, but what'll happen is it'll be a shell of what it was. That's not a knock on it. Just the way.
Yeah, but why we should
and shit work?
We all love OCW, but why would we still do it if you're not here? In the sense of
well, the people saying, "Oh, we can still do it without Jay." It's like, well,
yeah, you can be in your other feds that you try to do.
No, it's not even that. It's just like it's a community effort, and it makes you have to just remember that everybody, top to bottom, doesn't matter who it is, everybody. Well, the people that do, because there's some people that just don't do shit, but the people that do shit weekly, You know, if you want to do like you want to fucking shout out names, you got like fucking El Parker, you got like Pew, you got Emp, you got Valk at the moment, you got like Ashley, you got fucking Liam Owen with fucking thing, you got Devin Fly. Who's who? Everybody does shit. They do it for the collective of OCW. That's why every time somebody comes on YouTube and they're like, oh man, I can't believe you like, no, it's not like unless it's something that I did specifically, like I specify that this is a community effort. Like the fact, and again, maybe I'll say it again so people can understand. Every week, well, when we're active actually, because we're on a break now until January 4th. Shout out to the 80 show. Every week we come together and we, put video to whatever, and I take all your collective works, we put it in a blender, we try to format it as palatable as possible, and we watch it together with us and then some, whatever extra people that hang around or whatever. Every week we do that. That's a community effort. Like it doesn't work if I'm not here, and it doesn't work if people don't do shit. So it's like a give and take.
Mm-hmm.
Like my thing is when it comes to me, my thing is with loyalty. Loyalty is a two-way street though. Like for the longest time, I always thought loyalty was like you're loyal to me and that's it. Like, but it's a two-way street. You got to give it and you have to apply it. So I got to give it to you and you got to give it to me. Like I just can't be like expecting you to fucking, cause that's drug dealer shit. I don't do that no more. Like it's like, oh, you fucking whatever. And then if something happens to me, I'm stitching you out to the cops. Nah, we're not doing that. We gotta be there for each other and shit like that. So I don't know. It's like it's just this weird microcosm of shit, which is why I always get into my bag where I get into these moments where the thing is I want more people to see what we do so they can appreciate it. Like if I can clone Cody Hagen 400 times, I'd be fucking made in the shade, in the sense that we have 400 people that are invested with us that like what we
Mm-hmm.
do and want to watch our escapades every week, whether it's fucking your favorite or your least favorite, whether it's fucking, I don't know, whoever doing whatever, whether it's fucking Bell's escapades or fucking L Parker's reign or B17 being a fucking weirdo or Jinx being spooky, shit like that. Like I want people to be invested in us. But the problem with that is a lot of times it comes down to like popularity things, it comes down to cloud things, it also comes down to like, are these people actually involved? Like if more people can get involved with little effort, like basically if we had a thing where it's like OCW takes your guys and puts them on a show, we'd be way more popular because these people show up for their shit,
Mm-hmm.
but it's like they're not really doing anything. We're just using their shit versus what we do every fucking week where we come together, we provide content, we put it in a format, and we fucking go. We produce a weird ass YouTube/Twitch show, and then we provide an a la carte on YouTube so you can pick the specific moments you like, save them, record them, or have them to go back to at the end of the day, instead of one show every 2 months, every 3 months, every 4 months, every 6 months, every 2 years, whatever the fuck. We do it every week, and then one big event on the month, and it's a lot of fucking work. And what do I do it? I have no fucking idea. Like my thing right now is, and this is the thing I was bitching to Adam about. I actually have to fucking post it. I actually need to raise money for the fucking on January 1st. We don't owe, but the forum is $200. The website hosting is 97.
Mm-hmm.
The cloud storage is about maybe 110 roughly. I gotta check. So I gotta make $400 some dollars before January 1st. So I gotta fucking ask you motherfuckers.
Then
To like, hey, do you wanna
usually you do that
donate some money,
earlier.
brother?
Usually you post that earlier.
Yeah, well, I'm doing it fucking tomorrow and now, and I don't give. I'll figure it out. I'll sell my ass if need be. I don't give a shit. It's shit like that. Like, and then why for a forum? I like the forum a lot, but it's like people are like, well, I'll go fuck it. Like, ugh.
It's a good forum. Ever since we changed it, we changed
Thank
this one.
God.
It's way better. It's so much better. So I don't use it a lot, but just navigating through it is just way better. It's just there's no question about it. And
I think
thanks to Batch Jamie for all the work he did on that.
I'm gonna do the holiday thing, and I'm probably gonna remove tags. Everyone can fucking do shit without having to fucking put a tag in it. I think that'll be a way I can get donations. Motherfuckers be like, I don't gotta put a tag in. Great, just fucking put your content in. Great, cool. But yeah, no, shit like that. Like to put in that, and then the Patreon helps, but it's still like I got Patreon. I got a Twitch payment that came in. Thank God, though they stole it. I was about to fight fucking Twitch. It's fight my building. Because my shit said that it came in the 15th, and I didn't get that shit till yesterday. I was getting ready to fucking fight everybody, bro. Twitch included, because I know motherfuckers love taking shit here. Like, you take my money, I'm gonna fuck you up. The thing is, I was trying to do Twitch, like, what you call it? Like, because Twitch has a report, not a report feature, but like a help thing.
Yeah.
Nothing about accounts or nothing about stolen funds. So I was trying to figure out. I was like, let me wait just to see if it comes in. But God forbid I get through and they tell me that, so and so cashed your check. If you don't think I'm gonna kick someone's fucking door as hard as I can and fuck somebody up in front of their kids, you got another thing coming. Don't fuck with my money. That's the bottom line. Don't play with my fucking money. But
chill.
I digress.
Chill. Hey, chill.
It came in. It came in, so it's fine. So that's going in. And that's gonna cut off a chunk. Not even a chunk. That's gonna cut off maybe 35% of what I gotta pay towards January 1st's bullshit. Because remember, we had like what's it called? Charity thing. So I'm like, I'm not gonna ask for money during charity. Like, this is the only shit I was worried about with January 1st. It all comes in January 1st. I gotta figure that shit the fuck out. Like,
I mean, you heard the man, people. Just pay the fucking bill.
Pay the bill, right? Give me money, bitches. Like, ugh. Patreon's gonna cover a chunk.
Usually people give their money, their hard-earned money into OCW. We all did at some point. So if you want to have the facilities and the creative output to put your stuff in, just send money.
Like, fuck him.
No, just send the money. I won't pay you because I don't do anything. No, I'm just kidding. But just
you can give me a baguette. We'll call it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Okay. Since we're on the topic of OCW, let's
of the podcast.
Let's stay on it for now.
E-girl.
For the
hey guys.
Oh my God.
Imagine.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it just. I won't even blame it on the whiskey because I know you and I know you.
You know I'm a little sick to begin with. You can't talk to me.
Yeah, I can talk to you. Don't start with that.
No, you can. But the thing is, anytime I'm like, if I'm not running shit, and if you give me the opportunity to talk garbage, I will, and I'll do it. And then once I'm done, I won't speak for like another week because that's how it works. I have to get it all out like now, and then tomorrow I'm not saying a fucking word.
I can't say shit because I knew the outcome of it being being the guest, so I knew the tribulation. But
toxic.
Hey, no, you're not toxic. You
I know.
You used to be, and now you can chill. Yeah.
Damn,
like I used to be a bit toxic for some people, and I'm not anymore.
Yeah, you're a pain in the ass.
Sometimes. Okay, so
next question.
Let's stay on the topic of OCW for now because it's gonna branch into what I was gonna say, but OCW was a little part of what I was talking about and was going to talk about anyway. So first up, I would like to know your view or state of the current state of OCW, how you view it. Is it like, I know it's fine, but do you see like a progression, like something going forward? Like does anything that's put up now is advancing the product in terms of I heard Brian and Adam talk about OCW and say that we don't have many main eventers now. We don't have maybe people, getting their foot forward to do stuff. I know a lot of people more than ever put out, videos and products and stuff. Do you think that on that regard, OCW needs a push forward into their star power, like quote unquote star power, or is it fine as it is right now?
So that's a great question, but it boils down to what's your definition of fine. So my thing is being able to field an actual show and have actual content. If that can do that, that's considered fine/good. I've said it once, I'll say it 1,000 times. Even on our worst show, we're still miles ahead of most people because I believe that firmly. As far as, I don't know if it's an actual narrative or the in-game narrative or whatever narrative or whatever, that boils down to the people involved to because the thing is, you can't necessarily also drag someone up either. They have to kind of do it themselves a bit, because you've seen everybody's had an instance, most people, where they'll try to drag somebody up and then that person just kind of eats shit and goes right the fuck back down. You have to kind of get there organically, and then once you get there, you can stay there. You're a good example of that. But the kicker with you is a lot of times you would do stuff that didn't revolve around championships. Some people can only be around championships, and that's not a knock. That's just or a critique. That's just an observation to make sure that's clear for people. El Parker is more of someone who was usually around something, like usually a title, if you will. Like his international run was fucking great. I think, like I've said it plenty of times, his current run now, I didn't like how it started, but currently the way it is now, fucking mint condition. I ain't got nothing bad to say about that shit. It's great. It makes sense. It's entertaining. He's, playing to his strength. I got nothing bad to say about that shit. The fact that there's somewhat of stability to the international title, I like that a lot. I'm glad it's Nate because fuck it, why not? Fuck everybody else. The thing when it comes to North American, Jinx is doing what he has to do to establish it. Maybe he's not going as hard as he should, but that's just a weird critique at the end of the day. Like, what does he need to do? Basically, he's he had a match that made sense. He's feuding, so now we'll have to see what happens in 2025. We have Bash kind of clawing up the ladder little by little. That huge win at 20 year. Like what else do you want? C Note had a match with B17 for the CCW title. He didn't win, but he had a great fucking outing. He said that he would like capitalize on it, but it's been like what, 3 weeks since it's happened, and he hasn't really done anything with it. So that's on him. But like that's somebody who's like kind of on the precipice. Samson, to some respect, as weird as he is, as fucking lunatic as he is, he's on that precipice. Despite what happened at the 20 year where the team got fucking raffle stomped. There's people there doing things that whatever, but it's just a matter of like that balance between, do you get there and then like you have to, like I said, like you, Parker, B17, right? Like y'all kind of did it not the right way, but like you had that progression to get to the what I'm saying. Does it make it's very I'm not Jake.
That makes sense.
I'm not Jake, so I'm not super articulate what I'm saying, but I mean like your progression to where you are. For example, what it was you and Quartz, right? And y'all were fucking like, again, my favorite tag team of all time.
Yeah,
CQC.
but first we were dog shit first.
Yeah, but with CQC, it got to the point where you had to it was relinquishment, right?
Yeah,
that's what it was. And then we did the road to the gold.
Yeah.
For the tag
before
title,
it was after we had a last defense, and then we didn't have anything else. We tried to push it to the end, and we split up before the CCW.
And then
Lucian
what
match.
happened? One of y'all went for CCW, one of y'all went for OCW.
No,
right?
I mean, we both went for CCW. That's how we explained the breakup between CQC, I betrayed Course and stuff. So we had the chamber at Lucian. That was the breakup of CQC, the real breakup. And then he stayed on that course of the CCW title and stuff. And I went to Harvey OCW Reign at Summerside same year.
It's like logical progression and shit.
Yeah.
Like, like Parker did it with the international title. He moved up and he stayed where he's at for the most part. My thing is like you, like Kent says it, or Dupree, like you don't need a title to have a good story. Usually the better stories usually happen when you don't have a title, because at that point you can basically run it out as long as you want. Like Samson's thing has been going on for fucking like almost close to a year. And I wish that would have been fucking on one of the stories on the thing, but apparently it wasn't nominated, or maybe no one did, or whatever. Like that's one that should be. Like it's been maybe a year plus, to be honest with you, in that actual story. Like whether you're paying attention to it or not, that's the same thing with reading a show. Whether you're reading or not, that's necessarily on you, not us as a product. And to bring it back to what you said, like I think we're doing great. Like both of our champions at the very top end are credible. Our women's champion is is a fucking beast when it comes to creative wise. Our CCW champion is a beast mechanics wise. Our OCW champion is a beast mechanics wise as well, and all three can produce to varying degrees. Obviously, I would put Amp a little bit higher than everybody else because that's my boo. But just in general, like from a production standpoint, so like the top end is good. Now, as far as people coming up, you have the names, the followers. You got like Nate, you got C Note, you got I'm not Nate. Wow, coming up.
Wow, it's not coming
clip
up.
Clip it, play it back, and use it for hatred. Matter of fact, use it in your little role plays, you fucks, that no one's gonna read or watch. Sorry,
oh my god.
Rude. Like you have John Carter. You have shut up. You have John Carter. Like Mark Reese if he comes back. If not, you got Jordan Trance. You have fucking Bash. You have, to an extent, Samson Simpson. You have Jinx. You have C Note. You have Claudio, which is like, oh, the story about Claudio. Funny thing about Claudio had Claudio's, I guess, whatever. No, that's me trying to bully Parker, because Parker's like, that's the worst story ever. No, it was a great story, but Claudio came up short when it came to like winning the matches where you needed to win. But that story itself lasted, I think, I think it was on 2 anniversary shows, and I think 2 Lucians, or 1 Lucian and 2 anniversary shows, whatever. Despite the twists and turns, they did the best they could. And they still had premier spots. So I don't know if you want to call that a failure, but your mileage may vary. But that was an instance where like the wins need to happen, but they didn't. And rather than kind of like pivot or transition to something else, they kind of tried to stay the course, and it kind of got a little weird. But you can use Claudio in that example to an extent. You can use Lewis Bishop in this example. You can use, it's like there's names. It's just like, if you want to take the opportunity, or just tell a fucking story. You don't have to be like with a title to have a story. When I was doing the booking for fucking wow, I'm starting to curse for no reason. When I was doing the booking for the 20-year anniversary show, so let me peel back the curtain real quick to get little formulaics for my So when I was doing the initial booking for the 20-year anniversary show, the problem is it's gonna be 8, because let's face facts, if Jake is not doing the extra head work, I'm not gonna make myself crazy, but on top of everything else. So my limit is 8, always. If Jake was still carrying the load, that's not a knock on Jake, that's just being like factual. Like, there would have been 2 extra matches. Like Bishop and Claudio would have probably been on definitely been on the pay-per-view, and there was another match, I forgot which one it was. I remember because Dupree, like I was saying, should we do Bishop and Claudio or Marissa and Scotty on the thing? And Dupree was like, he talked to Ryan, and Ryan said Marissa, Scotty. I'm like, that makes sense, because then that led us to have 4 women's matches and 4 men's matches, which is great for Lucian. Like, what's it called? The fuck is the word I'm looking for? Please help me. I know English is not your first language, but there's a word for it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Whatever. I guess it's inclusion, but it's not forced inclusion, because we have 4 men's matches that all made sense, and we have 4 men's matches that all made sense. So it was great. I think that was a nice little bonus feature of it. But had it not been up to me to do all the matches or whatever, then we probably would have had 10 easy, and it would have been a little bit longer show. But
that's too much. 10 for a show.
No, we've done 10. But look at when Jake was fucking doing matches. We had 10 in one easy breezy beautiful, but shit went like 2 and change. So it's like, that doesn't really make a difference. Like the Marissa Scotty match ran long for some fucking weird reason. We're like 18 minutes, but like if we had 2 other matches, I'm sure it wouldn't be too bad. Like I'm sure it would have worked out. We still did like 3 and change at the end of it, even with fucking a long match and like 8 matches. So 10, they go a reasonable amount of time. But the point I'm making is that we would, in an ideal world, we would have had like 2 extra matches that didn't have any titles regarding them anyway. So the thing is like, people are there, but I think they feel, or maybe they think they need a title to quantify an existence where they can tell a story. But at the same time, if you're going to tell a story, right, and if it's good, I shouldn't even say good enough. If it's good and it has like legs on it, depending on how the card breaks down, you'll be where you need to be pay-per-view. There, like for example, Ashley versus Bell. That I'm looking forward to that, and whatever pay-per-view we have next, which is probably the Clash that's going on the Clash. So motherfuckers gonna have to defend. Somebody's gonna defend early so I can put that bitch in. We got 7. What is it? 7 titles. That's 7 matches off rip, and then 1 bonus. So someone got to defend early so that we can fit that bad boy in.
I mean, story always prevail over title. In my opinion, if you have the better storyline, you should be on the pay-per-view instead of just having a stale title match. I know I say that, but I had like not a great build up to some of my matches. I don't know, Pride title.
Was UNA for the title? No, right? UNA wasn't for the title, right?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. So that's a perfect example. It was Summerside. I had the Pride title, and I didn't defend it against Nate, even though we had a match on. It was the main event of Summerside. So story.
It was the main event.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Of course it was. You kidding me?
Don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I mean it's Summerside. It's Nate, and it's undefeated.
Was it 2
undefeated.
nights or 1 night?
It was. That's a good question, actually. I think it was 1 night. I think. I'm not sure.
And he was undefeated at Summerside.
Yeah, I think he was.
You sure? Because I think Drago beat him at Summerside.
Probably, but he's still the king of summer. No, I was the king of summer, and he was the summer taker or something like that. But,
okay, all right. That make okay, sure.
Yeah, it was a story of the summer, and even you put put in the commentary because it was bigger than, and even people in the VP and in the forums and stuff were like, yeah, that's bigger than the Pride title. They were afraid that it diminished the role of the Pride title, but next month I had to unify the Pride title with the light heavyweight title to give the North American title. So
when people fucking do shit, shut the fuck.
It didn't because
I'll tell you what diminishes what. Your fucking face diminishes me. Leave me alone. Sorry, that's rude.
Yeah, just calm down, the whiskey. But I mean, hey, talking about good OCW memories. I think the product is doing good. I'm not watching it, but I watch. I never.
Like you're kind of saying that as like a sorry to cut you, but like I'm not really here, but it looks like it's okay. Like
no, because I'm still following from afar, not really following, but I know what's happening most of the time. I don't know necessarily all the feuds because I go into show discussion and I ask people directly, what is the feud right now? What is the card for anniversary? Why they're fighting? I was asking Parker because I didn't witness, for example, John's come up to the main event and his face turn and everything. So I asked people. So because when I left, quote unquote left, it was 2 months ago. So it was not like, this far ago, but I was already disconnected with the product. I didn't witness John rise to the top directly. So I was wondering how he got there and why is it believable that he could be OCW champion, because when I left, it was almost impossible. We were still stuck with the future Egypt's, storyline. So I went to know during the course of a month and a half, 2 months, what happened. And Parker explained to me, and I was okay, fine. I trust your better judgment. Even Kent told me that, it's not infuriating or anything. I was like, okay. I saw the match. Not underwhelming, not just a comp is comp match.
I think it won MOTN.
Yeah, probably. Pretty
sure that 95%.
Yeah, I mean,
but there wasn't a lot of people voting either. And that's not a knock on them. This is why,
I voted. I voted.
Okay, thank you. But that's why I had to think before we started was if I want to do a tournament for the MOTN, it's if I have to pull teeth for people to vote, I'm just gonna fucking do it for you because it's like we're not doing that. We're not gonna do that. Cut it out. So that's where I'm at when it comes to that. But no, here's the thing. Like if you ask someone for a synopsis and they get an attitude, then they fucked up. If they can give you a synopsis that makes sense, then they know that their story has things. If someone's like, well, you should have. No, fuck you. Tell me. I want to know, and then I can judge for myself, not just you getting upset. That's not saying that Parker did. I'm just saying that's how you know if something has legs or not. If you got to get a fucking attitude when someone's asking you a question, then your shit might not be popping.
Yeah, and the same thing on the other side of the pillow. Like, for example, when I go to show discussion once in a while or Jane chat, and I hear about some drama or anything, I go to Twitch chat and I go to the point in the show. I don't watch the whole show, but I go to the point in the show where the controversy is happening or whatever. It was a controversy with the Nate segment with Dupree a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, whatever it was. I went to check back, so I gave my nugget to the chat and show discussion. Like, don't do this. Like, don't diminish anybody's segment just for the sake of you not being happy with some things that happened. Don't diminish the work of someone else if it's not constructive criticism, like we spoke earlier. It's just that if you're, that's a good one. Like it's just give good acknowledgement.
Give the grace you expect for you and your friends, basically.
Yeah.
You and everybody else.
Don't aid because
friends, you and everybody. Ow.
Yeah. I mean, don't hate just to be hating, or it happens. I've been, not happy sometimes in OCW, and an infamous one with you. Remember, for example,
the time that me and you argued in private because you're being a cunt on Twitch.
No. We never argue over Twitch chat, but
we kind of.
I went to you bitching about something, but I didn't, diminish the guy's ability to do something. You wanted to give Jet Draven a Charlotte Lucian at Parker.
Oh, you want
international?
To bring that up?
No. It's just I'm just explaining that.
I'm not aggressive.
I'm just I was in the right and the wrong at the same time. Because you it's not a knock on you, but you didn't follow the story of Isu and Alparka, and you rather gave the shot to Jet Draven just because he won a match like 4 months prior against Alparka, than putting the actual feud, you know, that we wanted to do. But I know there was circumstances with Parker that was not clear and stuff. But I didn't go into Twitch chat just diminishing Jet Draven because I was not happy about it. Just go into private to the people concerned, or to Jay, because he's still there for it. He's gonna, most of the time he's gonna tell you that fuck off, leave me alone. But you just it depends. It depends who, probably. Maybe back in the day.
Don't paint that. I've never told anybody to fuck off.
Oh, you told me. No. You told me plenty of time to fuck off.
Oh well, sorry. Can I reply? Sorry, can I reply my rebuttal real quick? Because you were on. So actually, first off, I was aware of the Isu Parker thing, and it wasn't 4 weeks ago. It was literally like maybe, I'm gonna say maybe a month and change before Lucian. It was at a relative time. So remember, this is Parker International, and he was kind of like he was not taking any L's. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't even doing like weird shit to retain either. He was actually, you know,
it was a great run.
Legitimate.
Yeah.
So him losing clean to Jet, I was like, oh shit, this is cool. So the idea was, and I told Jet this, and I'm 97% sure I told Parker, or maybe Parker, not you. I know I did, but I specified Jet for the simple fact that, like, look, I know you guys are doing this shit, right? But I want to add Jet for that extra wrinkle because that's your Achilles heel. Okay. So Parker said, okay, but like the sad okay. I don't remember really speaking to you very much, but I remember me and his conversation. He was like, I'll do it if you ask me, but I really would prefer not to. I'm like, okay, it's fine.
It was gentle.
I'm not gonna twist your fucking arm about, like, if you like. He said, I'll do it if you want, but like, I'd really, if it could just be me. And you're like, okay, it's fine, dude. It's not a problem. And again, this is also me giving Jet at the time, trying to give Jet grace, because it's like, look, you see inklings of greatness, and then it's like, ugh. Like, everybody tried, and he just didn't not want to. So it's like, so I get it. It's funny because everyone always has like a story about me, but like at the end, it always works out unless you're Pew, and then it's like, go fuck yourself.
I was heated. I was heated.
Yeah, you were upset. I was upset, because he was still trying to be like, we'll do it, but please no. I'm like, all right, it's fine. Like, I didn't fight him on it. I wasn't like, I was like, listen, brother, I'll send you back to fucking Mexico if you don't fucking make it a triple threat. You were probably pissy, but you didn't really let me know. But he just clearly said, I would prefer if it was just one-on-one. I was like,
I went to you. I remember I went to you because he went to me. Brian,
with me?
Yeah. Because Brian went to me and he said, yeah, well,
he was
like,
can you believe this
Jay,
shit? And then he went to me.
Jay, no. He was gentle about it. He was like, yeah. So I spoke to Jay, and he was like, he wants to give a shot to Jet. And I was like,
remember, it was a triple threat, not a shot to Jet. It was a triple threat.
First he said, he wants, no, it was not a triple threat. So that's why. And he rather gave it to Jet, and I was like, but what about the story? And he said, I don't know, let's see how it turns out and stuff. Maybe we can change some things, and during the road maybe he was gonna change his mind. And I was so heated that I was like, I'm not gonna wait till he changes his mind. So I went to
Did you argue? I don't remember.
I
don't remember me and you.
I went to you. I went to you straight up. I was like, the night it happened, I was like, oh no, you, first off, I asked for explanations, and you were like not pissing me off or anything, or you were just like, oh, like, leave me alone. Like, you was just like,
did I tell you leave me alone?
Yeah, I don't remember what you said, but you were like, no. You were like, oh, okay, here we go again, and it just, you know what, figure it out. And I think it ended with, you know what, figure it out, and you changed it, and you were like, you told me something like, don't fuck it up, because you gave up on your plan. So, and you told me that like 100 times, don't fuck it up. Every time I have an idea of some stuff, and you're like, oh, I don't know about that, you're like, don't fuck it up. And that was, I think, the first "don't fuck it up" moment between us, and
that's the podcast we need.
It turned out fucking great.
People just
don't fuck it up.
With me.
Don't fuck it up is the name of the podcast.
How come every time I've been at, like, someone's requesting me for a feud, you said no? I'm like, well, here's why, and I just pull out my sheet and shit. But look,
I know I'm privileged about it. I know I'm super privileged about it.
Everybody gets the same kind of grace. Like, I'm not gonna fight with people. For example, I'll give you the most recent example, not even the most recent, but like example. When Max won, and in my head I had this whole fucking, I've said this a million times, I had this whole fucking vision of him fucking being the new guy, right? You know, whatever, and then going to Lucian, and then fucking that's when Parker shows up, like right before not right before Lucian, but like he shows up, and then we have them going Max versus Parker number 2 at Lucian main event, probably night 1 because of my wife, but still. And then his first thing, and this is in my head when I'm watching the match, I'm like, oh, this is fucking great, because that was the match where he fucking gave him the boots. I'm like, oh shit, he's gonna be the guy, right? And fucking, the first thing I hear is like, hey, I know you said you didn't want it, but can I work Parker again? And I was like, do what you want, bro. It's okay. And then we, like, it's not even a knock on back, but it's like, I'm not gonna fight. It's like, if that's what you want to do what you want to do. I'm not gonna, like, fucking go fuck off, whatever. And in the end, it worked because, like I said, bring it back. Parker's had this fucking fantastic run as OCW World Champion, so I got no complaints. But I'm like, in my head, ideally, I would have preferred my way, because in my way, it makes more sense in the grand scheme of things. Because what happened to the Max Edwards character after, like, Lucian, he's kind of like, we could have had an alternate universe where Max is fucking, building his credibility and fucking fighting a whole new slew of villains and heroes and shit, and then meeting fucking the guy he humbled at Lucian. Then Parker wins it back, and it's like this big fucking thing. And then if Max fucks off, then okay, it is what it is, and we got like the birth of Lewis or whatever. Because this is the thing, this is not new. Like, this is not even a knock on people, but there's even in old OCW, the gimmick was what happened is that you have a champion, whether they're good or not, like whether they're doing whatever or not, they're whatever, and then once they lose, they're gone. Like, they're taking a break or they disappear. Like that's not new. So what happens now,
injury
like,
report.
it is what it is. Yeah, the injury report, or
I did it
already, or I pulled a titty, or fucking they just, other people just fucking flat out disappeared. I wish I can get more booze, but we're late, so keep going. But continue. Sorry.
I mean, you know what? I wanted to do first the worst. Don't interrupt me.
Now I'm gonna get
no. Let's not start like 3 years ago. Patreon pod. We've been very, very gentle about it this time.
I've had a fucking great time thus far, and I just don't want people, because like, oh, look at how it's a Joe Rogan podcast.
No.
4 hours. Fuck you.
I mean,
we're gonna talk about aliens in OCW. Paul Pugh's really a Native American guy from fucking.
He's from Connecticut.
He's a Native American guy from fucking Tuscaloosa. Fuck you. You pig. You fucking fat pig. I fucking love him. I hate him too.
Oh my god. I mean, working with Pugh is a tremendous opportunity to chill back and relax and let people.
He does all the work and gets upset.
No. I mean, out of 3-4 feuds, he did the work 75% of the time.
Yeah, look at you.
I accept it, and people praise me for the work, and I didn't do anything, so it's cool.
Just like last time with the chamber where he was kicked out.
No, I mean, I did all the heavy lifting in the 4-way international feud. That's but no, in the videos and the RPs and stuff. But he did the with Jimmy most of the time, and Bolik, of course, the DNS feud, and most of the time I was just there to write my parts and stuff. But yeah, I didn't really do any video stuff. I was already a little bit burned out, not too much, but it was just like he's whatever you want to say about Pugh, he's always there to advance the product because he gets it, and he always got it, and you will always do that no matter if you're here or not. He takes ambition, but not only ambition, because he makes logos. He always has been that way. So even though he might be feisty, he might be entitled to his own.
Used to it.
Yeah, it's just the way he is. And when you get Pugh, you get OCW in a sense, because it's just it can be hard in the sense of he can be hard with you, but he's always gonna be there to give you advice. He's always gonna be there to put stuff for you or make logos or anything you wanna have to have a better look and a better product. So he puts his foot forward to not being a dick in private and stuff. He can be a dick in public like we all do, but he just does OCW.
It's funny because like back in the day, me and him did not have the best relationship, and even when like whatever, he used to do the same thing, and I used to get like upset. But the thing is, because I'm a petty bitch, like I was able to get him upset, and then like I guess as we both got older, we can say like, neither of us get upset anymore. Like the last time we had heat, like, wow, was like 2021, and that's for whatever. We're not gonna get into that, but yeah, that's why I felt really fucking bad too. But so the funny thing is, people have like this thing, oh, you fucking love P. Was like, not really, but yeah, like I brought it up before, and this is what kind of gets people upset when I say that him saved OCW, and then people are like, well, what about us? Like, no, I understand, but it's like what you people don't get is that if not for him in 2015, there would not be a now. Like that's the first thing, because I was essentially like, we'll get to resolution 10 and then I'm gonna fuck off because I'm sick. I'm tired. I'm sick. I don't want to do this anymore. I want to whatever. I want to fucking podcast and be attacked by the alt-right or some shit like that. Like I don't want to like whatever. And him and Bobby for the most part convinced me. Like he went on the back end, pause no diddy, and like updated the old site a little bit. Nothing major, but it was something. And then Bobby redid FPR so well that people stole it. Shout out to the thieves, fucking herbs. And that led us to the Renaissance era, which gave us, the B17s, the Rexes. That's all I can remember.
The cast, I think, is the same.
Yeah, the cast is, and I think that's it because everybody else has died a sad death. But anyway, we had that like that Renaissance and shit, and then we were able to pivot and transition and keep that momentum in some aspects. And then with cast, the whole fucking thing I said where I was fucking, because my thing is I read something a certain way and then it's like I gotta go. The thing is my words have credence, so like I'm not you, I'm not whatever, I'm me, I'm the guy that runs the site. So when I go hard in the paint, motherfuckers take it a certain way, and it's yeah, my bad, I'm sorry. So like when defending cast, like on the whole thing that he did, where it's like, if not for him, I would like again, like I was out of how do I put this? When booking chat is like an argument, I'm not doing it. Like booking chat would be arguments, shit, and like we're not gonna put these guys on Turmoil. We're not gonna like shit like it was feisty. Like Kent was combative and people were combative. Like it's not fun. It's like we're reaching this point, this boiling point where I'm getting fucking fed up. And I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. This is affecting. Like I don't like this. What? Like I remember funny. Like I went to go hang out with a fucking. This is a sad fucking bit. Here we're gonna go deep. Can I get a drink before I talk to you?
Okay, go ahead.
Go. I'm gonna get another drink and then I'm gonna tell you the stupid story and then you can laugh at me. So I'll be right back in 2 seconds.
Yeah, let me take back my pod for a bit. Yeah, because I have we got off topic like like, oh my god. I was about to ask about wrestling stuff, real life wrestling stuff, and then this fucking rubbling rabbit. It just now it's full blown OCW podcast, so just it kind of happened. I knew that we'll go off topic, not really off topic, but we'll go circling back to OCW like we always do. I mean, it's his platform too. It's been 20 years, so it's opportunity to. But I have some spicy questions for him, so. And I hate doing this, by the way, not podcast, but just waiting for him to get drunk again with one more fix. Jesus Christ. Oh, by the way, Amart, I didn't mean any harm what I was doing. I was not trying to make an example out of you. It's just you're doing great. Continue on. Well, so Private message also to the one who reported me. I have no ill will against you. It's just, you should be ashamed a little bit. And I heard and saw what happened on Discord. Apparently, some other people get reported. Don't do that. It's not cool. I think I deserved it, but not in this way. That's a long ass drink. I don't know why he's pouring. Maybe the whole bottle at this point. Oh, Jesus Christ. I've like maybe 3-4 questions left, so I'll try to make it 2 hours and not more. I know it's gonna be a little bit more, but yeah, we're already at 1 hour and 40 minutes, so yeah, I think 20-30 minutes max is gonna be it. But for the next few ones, I have one guy that I promised I would get him into HONCast, so it's gonna be the next one for sure. Just need a timeline for it. But if I can make, like a week to week, not week to week, but like every 2 weeks or something, or well organized, it should be cool. Are you back, Jay?
Oh, I'm back. You heard that fucking zippy. This is like a bootleg Rogan. If I took over your shit, I apologize, because that's the problem, that I can't be around shit. I talk too goddamn much.
No, we're fine because we're touching around 1 hour and 40 minutes. Oh my God, 1 hour 40 minutes now. I think we're on good. We're on a good run.
I'm feeling very Rogan-esque, by the way. I want to make this 19 hours so I can everybody.
I don't want a 19 hour because I
know
need
you
time
don't
to
need
sleep.
to do it. It's late. You need time to sleep for your beautiful fiance.
Exactly.
Oh, she's judging you right now. Anyway, shout out to her.
She's awake.
Good for her. Shout out to her. She's a nice lady. I'm happy you're happy. And like I said, I live vicariously through you. Like, I'll see your shit on IG, and I'm like, I'm legitimately enthused for you. I'm like, good for you, man. You fucking deserve it, you little pooch.
Yeah, I mean,
sport, not sports, but sport.
Sports.
So you told me sport.
Sports.
So I'm picking you on a fucking Le Mans or some shit, doing 60 kilometers or whatever. No, 120 kilometers or some shit like that with your little racing glasses on.
Oh my God,
no.
no.
Bonbon on the fucking Autobahn.
I hate running outside. Yeah.
I confused myself.
Into the whiskey, I think.
Yes, I'm fucking deep.
Let me get us on track again, because
I was on a tirade that I need to finish, so make sure you're stuck on that tirade before I need to finish what I'm saying.
Oh my God, what was it again?
I was talking about Pew's contribution to why we're still here, and then I was pivoting to Cass.
Yeah.
So again, to bring us back, see, I still have
nice. That's nice.
So I was very close to burning out. So the thing is that, while defending Cass, I also fucking called people like, yeah, you wouldn't do it because you're a fucking untrustworthy pussy. No, I didn't mean that. I'm just aggressive. I apologize. But the thing is, it's like, he did something that I think a lot of people, given the circumstances, may not do, because, it is what it is. But long story short, because of what he did, what he did, right? And I hate that it keeps being brought up, but it was such a pivotal moment of importance for the fact that, like, it helped galvanize the roster, like it helped bridge gaps and shit like that, and then it led to this fucking full throttle, because like Jake was around for it, but like right after it, like, at the tail end of 2018, it's like, I'm a little burnt out, but fucking Jake's here. Jake's fucking grinding and shit. Jake is up there, and then Jake is like, hey, let's do this shit. And I'm like, I don't know, brother. Like, remember, his story was that a lot of people were doing commentary. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And then they kept failing. So my favorite was Elliot Parker using his phone.
Oh my God, yeah.
And wondering why that didn't. That's my favorite. And then everybody else being inconsistent, because it happens. Look, I'm not knocking anybody, but it happens. Shout out to Bolek for fucking with the TikTok piece of shit. Not doing it. So, Jake led us to the promised land, and we had the production there with everybody stepping up too. But remember, I don't think people remember this, but the deep lore is that in 2018, when Ambition had the first like reboot, the first like text role play video thing was like a Pew thing that he did, I think, for Doc Green. And people were like, what's this? And then little by little, that motherfucker took over. So shout out to that motherfucker for that. But at the end of the day, like, Cass's contribution and Pew's contribution have led us to still be here. That's not to diminish or whatever what's happening now, but that's just to say, if those people didn't do those things, there is a 96% chance that we would not be having this conversation. So just because I big up something doesn't mean that it diminishes everybody else. It's just, it is what the fuck it is. Just like Jake showing up and helping us and doing the production shit. That is, if he didn't do that, we would probably still be on fucking Twitch, and I'd probably still be kind of somewhat annoyed having 12 matches on Twitch while I'm going, what a maneuver, so it's like, we have to give credence and appreciation to the people that help, change or fundamentally change what OCWFED is for better. Usually it's for better, not worse. We're actually better where we are now, so I had no complaints about that. So shout out to Pew, fucking Cass, and Jake. And shout out to everybody else who does shit weekly if you fucking need that to feel better. Because you should know already, but maybe if I don't say it, if I say it, then you'll fucking get it and understand. Like people, I don't know, I feel like it might just be me because I'm fucking weird, where I think that like people have a beef with me because fucking, I don't know. But at the end of the day, it's a team fucking sport and everybody does shit and we do it together. So it makes me happy. It makes me happy and it makes me happy to talk about shit. Continue,
and that's a perfect segue for what I was about to say. If we talk about OCW and eras and stuff,
all I know, brother, all I know.
No, all you know.
Ooh, I was gonna say something I couldn't say. That and
wait,
Pokemon that can't be named. Clitoris. Anyway, back to the action.
What the fuck are you talking about?
That was a joke that they did on that was a joke that they did.
I hate you so much.
Iceberg, let's who say, right?
Okay. So talking about
story real quick.
Okay.
So Iceberg, let's who say, he had like a thing on Facebook, and someone made a meme of him, and it goes, Clitoris, what Pokemon is that? And I've always fucking popped for it. So anyway, shout out to Let's Iceberg. He's a good guy now. He's fucking banging whores in Czechoslovakia.
Oh my god. Okay. Get on track again.
I can't be allowed to mind my piece of shit.
Okay, so talking about Pug and stuff and Cass and OCW eras and production era and stuff.
Sure.
What is, in your opinion, objectively also, if you can, what is the best era of OCW? Yeah, I do agree. I do agree with you. I have no complaint about it.
Not only for the recap that Jake did, but
the recap is mint.
Where was this is where the timelines get upset. Get weird. Which was the one that I called the best Lucian ever? It was 15 or 16, was it?
I think he was. I don't remember.
I don't think it was the same year that we had the season 16. I'm not sure.
I think it's the one with the chamber, probably. It might be the one with the chamber because 16. Wait. 15 is the one with the chamber. I think so. Hey.
I'm sure people listen. Whoever's this, I know Junko's knee deep in this motherfucker, but Junko will be able to find it. Shout out to Junko. One of my favorite rookies, for the simple fact that Junko said you don't need 9 weeks for a fucking feud. I was like, you know what? That's some fucking prophetic shit right there, Junko. Good for you. If it's entertaining, it's entertaining. If it's not, it's not. Shout out to Junko. But yeah, 16 by far in a way.
I don't remember. Yeah, I need to because I know 13. I'm trying to. There should be
a documentary on season 16 because that's how good that shit was.
Yeah, the recap made by Jake was mint. It was exceptional. I never saw a package like this.
That didn't put it over the edge, but that kind of quantified why that was the best. And Jake saying, "I'm so tired," and that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I was like, "Yeah, I know, same girl, same."
Yeah, and he's still there, still tired.
I think 16 is I wouldn't say the peak, but that's a really good cap off to like the new era. Like this is OCW, and this is OCW moving forward.
It was pretty
much like that.
2021 or 2020? It was 2021.
I think it's 2021.
Yeah, I think it's 2021. Yeah,
after Rona 2, where everybody was cooking too, because Rona.
Oh yeah, because in the I remember in the package. Yeah, I remember in the package with Nate and stuff. Yeah. It's 2021. Yeah. 2021. My best year. My fucking best year.
Yeah, you were fucking. Oh my god! Like that was the time when we had the surveys, and there was heat on the surveys because you kept fucking winning. Well, no, that's my observation, which could be skewed or not.
No,
But like the survey,
I mean,
Adam would do the surveys, and your stupid ass would fucking show up like on top a lot. And then people are like, well, you should consider these the metrics. And then the survey gets taken over, and then everyone starts voting. So it's like, no, it just fucking rustles the shit back then.
which
is annoying to say, but you was
during that season, you had a clear cut like top 5 handlers that couldn't lose almost.
Sports, Parker, Tony, Doc. Fuck! Oh my!
I mean, 2021. I think the Jake was a beast at the game. He was such a beast. B17 was just Adam was
B17.
Even
Parker,
for people
Tony,
who were
Doc,
not,
and then the old people would show up every now and again.
But for the people who were not there in 2021, let me tell you something. The B17 that you know now, that's almost unbeatable, is nothing compared to Adam we had in 2021.
That was still 19, right?
Yeah. That was still
he
19.
Was a fucking monster.
It was a monster. Parker was a monster too. It was on the come up.
Remember how upset he was when he lost the first round of fucking B17 in the King of OCW?
Doc and Tony were godly too.
Oh god!
To put in perspective, I think it was my best season too, because I lost maybe 1 or 2 matches during that year, the whole spin, and I was OCW champion, Pride champion, lightweight champion, North American champion.
You fucked it up.
What?
You know why you fucked it up? Because people will still bring that up today, not try to be.
What did I do?
No, you didn't do anything. But like, so whatever. It is. Look, we're being honest. I'm being honest. So you did what some people would like try to talk shit, not talk shit, but like big up themselves about. So as a handler, you had it was women,
tag and OCW.
No, it wasn't 4. It wasn't 4 at the time.
No, it was 3. It was a tag, woman at the same time. You mean tag, OCW and women?
Yeah,
because La Morea was OCW was women's champion. Aisu was tag champion, and I was OCW champion.
Yeah, so people have been trying like on the low. Like someone sent me a text a couple months ago, like, blah blah blah, and I'm like, no, Russ. They're like, oh, like they're trying, like, don't no. Look, he did it, and he actually had stuff to do with it. So like he was actually moving story and product and being miserable at the same time. So I don't know, like people like some people remember that and seethe, maybe, I don't know, but some people do remember that. I do, because I remember at one point it came up to me and I was like, oh shit, that's kind of crazy, and that was it. That was my thought with it.
That was terrible. That was terrible. That was a terrible I'm sure terrible time for me.
From a logistic point of view, that was crazy, but
that was a nightmare.
Season 16. Was that when I think Salami beat Doc and it was a shock? Everyone was like, "Oh my god!" That was like an MOTY candidate. That was a good fucking time. So yeah, that was crazy. Not great, but that was a great fucking time.
Oh, that was crazy. VP was crazy too back in the day. It still is probably. I don't know since I'm not. But it was fucking shouting, and that was crazy. That was fucking crazy. Like season 16 was crazy. In terms of matches and stuff.
Rex was a beast too.
Oh, Rex was.
Wait, was Rex a beast? No, he's a fucking sad fat.
Rex, sad fat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because he was a beast, and then he lost not the mojo because Rex is Rex, but he was kind of losing.
He lost the mojo.
He beat me for the North American title the next season at anniversary because he changed his name to Alistair Ross when he had all this. Yeah. But he was trying to find his inner Rex, I think, in that moment, and he eventually got there, and now he's a fucking legend, and he always was a legend. Soon. No, upcoming legend, but still,
we gotta spread them out. Like if people don't know, we gotta spread that shit out. We can't just fucking. Then we're gonna start like going to the fucking dredges. Like, what's Ricky Ragnar doing? Like, no, we're not doing that. So we have to like do it one at a time.
Yeah,
this year I have an idea of who it's gonna be, a rough idea. So the Hall of Fame shit is always a fucking weird thing to do, because I don't give it I give it thought, but I don't I have an idea of who's going in when. But the problem is that I don't like saying future legend, because sometimes like before
you always said
it would be weaponized, because if I don't call someone a future legend, they get upset. Like I know Parker at one point was upset because like I would say all his contemporaries are future legend except him. So and I did it on purpose because I fuck you. Be upset. be upset, bitch. Nah, but no, he's up there. Rex is up there. B17, H2O. You know, there's a couple names that are like getting in that, but you have to kind of fit them in. Valkyrie, my boo, but you have to. We can't all do it in one thing because it's like what do we have next left. We're gonna do. We're gonna fucking find AJ Phoenix's hair piece and put him in too. We can't. We gotta like do it little by little.
Yeah,
it's tough
like
time out here.
you can put like 10 Hall of Famers in 1 year, and
can't. I mean, you could, but it's fucking stupid.
I'm not, you know, I'm not eager to go up in there.
Oh, you're stupid ass on the list too. You and
I know.
Like,
of course we are.
You're probably going in. You know what? You're probably going in first as CQC, and then I'm gonna be a piece of shit and hold it for 2 more years, and then put you in individually.
I'm not mad.
Which
I
means
think
2 rings, which is
because what? Why? Because everything that we've done. No, I'm just
after all I've done. Shout out to that. That was a fucking iconic saying, by the way. Even when we make fun of it, these are fucking great sayings because like I saw it and I laughed, but it's like, what about me? What if after all I did? I did a lot of shit. Why am I holding the mic? I'm sorry. I'm fucked up now. Now I'm gonna be like the mean, like funny version, which is oof. Better wrap this shit up before I get real bad. Sorry.
I mean, I would prefer CQC to go up in the Hall of Fame than just me
before singles. Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't be mad if at the end of the day I wouldn't be there, but CQC is, because I think it's the start of everything, and I think the CQC run is even greater than my single run in some way. For me, it's just subjective. I know it's
something days like between the two things. Like that's my favorite. I might be biased, but I think it is. It's not my favorite. It's the most entertaining.
It's not even the days or the rain. The rain was impressive. The multiple rains were impressive, but it's just like 2. Yeah. Like if I don't know if you count the unification as 1.
There's like this weird math with it, depending on who wants to be salty, but the thing about CQ, like the reason that I'm such a fucking CQC mark is because of how it happened organically and how it just fucking took like this is where I wish I was Jake or Bobby Mineo, because they can elaborate and speak their thoughts where I have to fucking pound my chest and say curses and shit like titty milk that makes no sense and no one understands me other than Spider. But the crux of CQC, the reason that I've always loved it was because number 1, it was organic. Number 2, I was watching it as it happened. And number 3, it happened when the division was not in a great place. And because of CQC, because of what they did, the division started to build and foster. People would become teams just to fight CQC, then fucking lose.
Yeah.
And no shot on that. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it was, and then the fucking stupid music was a perfect storm. No, wow, I hate that I said that.
Segue.
It was a perfect storm of everything, and like it was universally fucking. I don't know. That's my favorite fucking tag team of all time.
And just like I say, you gave the greatest pop I've ever heard from you at the Red Sun Rising. Yeah, surprise at the end.
That show too.
That was one of the greatest show of all time. But
so yeah, no, there was a funny thing. We've established it already, but I'll touch on it again just for historical purposes. So I remember Red Sun was booked or whatever, and I had nothing to do with the Red Sun book. I don't even know what the fuck Red Sun happened. I think Red Sun happened about me talking about Japan and
Amp was like pressing for it. Yeah, Amp was like, we need to do this and stuff, and she pushed it to the moon. So yeah.
Yeah, I was like, okay. And then the show happened, and then I enjoyed the show like tremendously.
It was amazing.
Because it was amazing. I was happy to. I think my problem was praising that show, and then like because people felt a certain way about it, like it was like no, like just because I remember me saying that this is probably one of the best shows of fucking all time, and people being butthurt about it.
It was so fucking good.
And then telling people, look, to step up. And then what happened is, summarily, I think the next Lucian that we had, the one right after, like when was Red Sun? 2022, right? So I think 2022, yeah. Lucian. It was either Lucian or there was some show. I don't remember which show it was. I wish I did. Someone will remember it, and you can tell me in the comments or whatever on YouTube or even on Discord on whatever the fuck. But there was a show that happened a couple months afterwards where I was like, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Thank you. That was it. Like, because God forbid I fucking tell people to step up and then, it's like, well, because you like them. I'm like, no, because it's a fucking good show. And then the people, it took a while, but they did. And I was like, that's what the fuck I'm talking about. And then ever since that show, then people kind of stepped up and whatever. I just wish I knew what the show was. I don't know if it was Clash. I don't know if it was Lucian. Because there was one Lucian I loved, and I can't remember which one. There was one Lucian which I didn't love, but I was like, okay. But either way, after Red Sun,
Red Sun was the I think the best.
that was another.
Wow.
That was like maybe a peak pay-per-view, but then the one where everyone else stepped up after the fact and they did what they were supposed to do. Like, this is what the fuck I'm talking about. Like, don't go in your fifis. Use that motivation to fucking bang it out. Pause. No Diddy and do something great. And they did. I just wish I fucking knew the show. I can't off the top of my fucking head. I called it out the first time, but ever since then, it fucking just evades me. I think it might have been Clash, but it might have been Lucian. I don't fucking know. But if you figure it out, let me know. Because I just know that I remember saying,
I'm trying to remember, but yeah.
This is what the fuck I'm talking about. This is what the fuck I mean. Thank God. And even then, people were like, well, good. Like, yeah, good. Thank God.
I remember
God. Great.
I remember some people getting salty about the whole.
People getting salty about Red Sun was crazy.
Yeah.
Was getting salty about Red Sun was crazy to me for some reason. I can't be happy, but what are you gonna do? At the end of the day, people still stepped up and they provided, and then they fucking did what they want. But by the same token, no one was like, oh, well, you did. Well, that show's not great. No, they were happy. Like, good. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to strive for excellence. What the fuck? God forbid. Strive for excellence.
That's the point I was making. The last point I was making with TQC. You said you watched it from the start. We were dog shit at first. Yeah. Breaking FPR to win titles, and Jake went on to 2 months. Bro. You know, flaking, but it was so ashamed that he couldn't. I remember vividly.
He banished himself.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck I did. Oh, I know what it was.
No, because we won the titles at Summerside. It was from AWOL, but we broke FPR in the last second. So he broke FPR, and first when we were playing, we were like, no, and upon rewatching, it was like, oh no, we did. And in the final sequence, we broke FPR terribly. And he was so ashamed that we couldn't overturn the title win. So he banished himself for like 2 months. And he was so ashamed he wouldn't talk even to me.
There was something that happened that he wanted to like crawling back, and then CQC happened.
Yeah, and then we said, let's roll with it. Yeah, but I mean, and we were like, you know what? Now it happened, and we have the titles. We can go back and let's roll with it and try to give AWOL
for 2 months.
No, I think it was the break after it or something,
or
a month. It was during that time. I remember
I remember him fucking being so ashamed. He dipped, and then I did some. I don't know what I did, but he saw it, and it was like the bad signal. He's like, "Oh, he doesn't hate me."
Oh yeah, it was. Oh my god!
I think it was the graduation, maybe some. I don't know what it was, but it was something that he came back.
I don't think it was 2 months. He wasn't absent for 2 months, but he was absent for maybe a month or something. Yeah,
him being so ashamed was like, "This is why I trust you."
Yeah, it's just Jake is like this. Like, he doesn't want to fuck up. He never wants to fuck up. Before every match we had with CQC, and we said it 100 times, he would apologize to me before every match, and was like, it was a good run. And
he told me,
he was stressed out and of his mind. But I was also stressed, but I couldn't be the one who show that he's stressed, because he was already stressing out more than me. So I had to keep my composure to keep it afloat. But once the match started, he was a beast. Not at first. We were no beast.
It was you.
We were no. First because even Adam was like, when these two break, Russ is gonna be the Gen 80 to the Michaels, and it was the whole narrative. And a lot of people were like this, and I was like, hey, fuck you. And Jake was like, hey, they don't even know. One day he pulled up a stat. Between him and me, he was like, see, we won more matches of your finishers than mine. And I was like, yeah, okay, I don't need that stat, but I know my worth, and if people see a bigger star in courts, which arguably is, then it's okay. I'll provide evidence that
he was really good at being a cunt with those stupid like little sayings and shit.
Yeah, but
Quartz used to put you over with fucking. He always called you Russ VP.
Oh yeah,
that was just a tumultuous time with him, because he used to fucking always cry about like, it's gonna be over, and he got 16 again.
The thing is, I have a special bond with Jake because we came in at the same time, and people shit on us at the same time, and then we came up the ladder at the same time, and I think the explosion of both superstars are at the same time, like 2020. We're already, established dudes in the tag team division, but as singles competitor, we were nothing. So we won world titles the same year. We had the same path and everything, and that's what I'm saying to younger people, quote unquote, is that you're not gonna succeed year one. It's okay. You don't succeed, don't go after titles. You don't need titles. You need a good story. You need organic reactions. If you want to make your friends giggle and stuff, that's all fun. But if you want to advance product, and by advance the product, you need to advance your character. In OCW, you can be stuck in the middle and do just what pleases your friends and expect it to further the product. That's why I asked the question. What do you think of the state?
Generalize, but
I'm not generalizing. What I was asking earlier, like, what do you think about the state of main event and OCW? And because I heard what Adam and Brian had said about it.
What do you think?
And let's talk OCW. Why there's a lack of?
We've been in OCW, baby. Go ahead, go for it.
This like in show discussion, why there's not bigger stars now, because when you look at the main event scene, I know Parker is doing his fair bit and he gave his hardest to give us more upcoming guys, and I appreciate that because I did that once upon a time. And B17 also, he tries to feud with new guys, and he's succeeding in that. I'm just worried about what's gonna happen if Parker and B17, for example, keep beating these new guys that they built, because Bash is gonna be like his third match against B17. Parker, yeah, but anniversary counts too.
Sure.
To further, if someone is gonna step up, they need to step up quickly, because even if Bash beats B17, or I don't know, the next challenger of Parker beat Parker, you can't have all trilogies every time and expect a non-comer or low card or mid card to just be credible for the main event scene. So people need to not get out of the comfort zone, but just push forward. You're already doing video stuff, RP, that's good, but you need to give yourself a little push to believe that you can be a main eventer. I think some people, I'm not generalized, but I think some people don't believe they can be a world champion, for example, or don't want that burden to be on them.
It's a fucking pain in the ass. That's the first thing.
It's the rise to the top and challenging for world title and winning it is the best feeling. After that, you're miserable most of the time. Not Adam, but everybody. It's just terrible to be a world champion.
Yeah.
Well, and not even criticize. It's just that being world champion is way different than being even a mid card champion. Even though you have also your bits and bobs of being a target or whatever, because you represent the title, so you represent OCW in a greater scheme. But world title is like even challengers don't want to challenge you. When you're world champion, yeah. First, when I was first world champion, I thought everybody was gonna gun at me, and nobody. I had to ask people to gun at me, and they were like, something else. And so I had to go to you. I had to go to Mugen. I remember he wasn't even active at this point, but he was like, if you have nobody else, let's do it. Fuck it.
You know the pattern though, right?
Yeah.
So the pattern is basically like you win it, and then usually it's kind of barren, and then once you start getting your groove on, then people start coming out the woodwork, like hey or whatever. Or some people have you like a fucking thesis to give you or whatever, like hey, this is a outline this entire thing. It's like, oh, okay, cool, whatever. Yeah, no, it's fucking, it's not being a champ, being a top champ here is it's tough, but it's not. I mean, it is if you like, because back in the old days, what'll happen is if you're a champ, you're like heavily criticized. You're like, which is, it's funny because I brought not even to throw salt or whatever, but In 2020, in 2004, Nate got bitched at for fucking competing and having a title. In 2020, fucking 20 in 2004, he got bitched at for having a title. In 2024, he gets bitched at for having a title. So go fucking figure. But that's just being a penny bitch, because it is what it is. No, being a champion isn't easy, but at the same token, like, you say step up, but there's a difference between step up and then being anointed as well. Like, I'm not gonna like whatever loose lip sync ships type shit, but the current trajectory where stuff is at right now, at least the top champions, I'm okay with. Like, they have an idea, like they'll have who they want, and then it's like yes, no, no, yes, shit like that, versus someone shows up and then they have a list and their list is not great, and then they go through with it, and then it's like, oh, ugh. And as a top champ, it's kind of crazy, but as a bottom champ, it doesn't matter, because it's still not even because of the title, but it's just like, do what you want, figure it out. Like, Jinx has done a pretty good job outlining things. He, even though he did go, he did fight C Note twice, but hey, it is what it is. Like, it's a
That's
it's a
good.
mid-level belt, so it's fine. Do something. He fought Samson. It made sense within the confines of the story, so go for it. So I'm just curious to see what he does in the future. With Nate, he has Bolek next, and then we'll see what happens with Bolek. Hopefully, he kills Bolek so that Bolek can fuck off and figure his shit out.
Yeah,
Bolek suffers from something called
yeah.
like, in name only. Bolek has a thing because of his stupid song and because of who he is. Not who he is, but like whatever. But he hasn't done fuck all since. Like, he's interactive, but he doesn't do shit. Like, he's not writing. He's just kind of like there. He's
Yeah.
almost.
Since
I was
Lucian,
gonna
he
say something
didn't.
was gonna be rude.
Yeah. No, since
I was
Lucian,
gonna say
he
something was kind of
lost
shitty, and I
some
don't want to say
steam,
shitty. Like,
as he
but
shouldn't have.
he's doing something like certain other people used to do back in the day,
Mm.
and I won't say names to be like, because I'm not gonna be a dick. But like shit like that, like, just do something. Like, let us know
I
you're
think.
alive. For example, I was gonna write for him, but I was like, why? Why am I gonna fucking write for you? Fuck you. You do yourself your own shit. I'm not gonna fucking waste my life for your shit. Do something for your mother sucking self. God damn it.
I mean, it happens
So
sometimes. It's just sometimes some people, and I'm pretty sure that Bolek is not the case, because it's not because he lost at Lucian that he doesn't
I
do
feel like
anything.
it's burying him, but it's not. It's just like, do something or whatever. Like,
No,
you
he's
can't
gonna.
like
I'm pretty sure he's gonna bounce back. Yeah, I'm
the
pretty positive about it. It's just maybe it takes some times away. He doesn't have the fire he had before, probably, but I think it's gonna be fine in the grand scheme of things.
it's basically like this. Okay. So if you want to be considered like a top guy or some shit like that, right? Bet. Do something in the interim to give you something. Fuck, this guy's just holding his own, about to throw a brick
Jesus.
through his fucking window. Anyway, sorry. I don't know if you heard that or not, but that
Yeah, I
shit
heard
annoyed
that.
the fuck out of me. Yeah, I wanted to fucking asshole. Stupid motherfucker. Like, what the really? Anyway,
Jesus.
so it's like, for example, Claudio has the victory over Lewis Bishop. They were doing that thing. Like, he would be someone who would have like a prime opportunity of somewhat to kind of move up a little bit, because he's doing something. Him and Bishop are doing stuff. Bishop doesn't want to fuck with the title, which is fine, but like, Claudio, I'm sure, does, because fucking pixels, whatever. So that would make sense. Like, but if you're gonna here's the thing I don't like, and even though it happened with fucking Bertha and Emp or whatever, like Bertha's a special case, kind of, because it's like a in a sense of a story, it kind of makes sense, but at the end of the day, if you want to minute shit, maybe it doesn't. But the thing I don't like is you fuck off, right? And you're like, you just fuck off, and then a title arises, and then you show up. So, for example, like, if, and this is not gonna happen, but like, let's, Max wrote himself off. So if now Parker's doing a thing and Max comes out, I'm not gonna be excited. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, but Max wouldn't. It's not happening. But I'm just saying, like, that would be an example. You get what? Do you understand what I mean? Or am I fucking being obtuse?
No. I get that.
Like, here's another example. Like, fucking Jinx is doing whatever, and all of a sudden, fucking Isu shows up. Like, oh, a word, okay, that's what we're doing. Gotcha. Or Gonzalo, like that. Like, don't fuck off. That's your gimmick, and then you're gonna show up, because to me, it looks like you're gonna show up for a pixel or a title. This fucking guy, I'm gonna put a brick through his fucking window. Holy shit, this fucking guy.
This is New York, people.
It's like, bro, what the fuck? Like, if go upstairs and fucking knock on the door. Don't fucking hold your horn out, stupid motherfuckers. Like 90 other people here. Shit like that is that, shit like that pisses me off. Like the horn outside, but also that. Like, don't be fucked off and then just show up for like, oh, oh, I'm hitting. No.
Don't spoil my
Do
return,
something.
Jesus. Oh my god.
Yeah, right. Fuck off. I think if you do that, I might be biased and be like cheering, but there's like, maybe not. But then again, Russ is not really gone per se. I mean, he's dead, but like, you get what I mean.
He's injured.
Like,
Rex killed him.
Rex is someone who would actually, honestly, if he wasn't doing the retirement gimmick, would be perfect because literally he fucking he's done. So whatever. Like after that performance, that's basically what you would do. But we'll see what happens.
Perfect send off.
Yeah, it's perfect, beautiful send off.
Yeah.
Shout out to Rex. I fucking love Rex as a complex character, but I love him internally, even though he's a piece of shit. But whatever. What are you gonna do?
I mean, the story,
point, sorry.
No, it's the perfect send off for Rex because it was he killed me, and then Puke was like, "Oh, you killed my friend, and you're now no good." Kills Puke and just leaving.
One
That's
second,
perfect.
please.
Oh my god, what's happening? New York State of Mind.
Shut the fuck up! Hi.
We heard you loud and clear.
Yeah.
You know what? Let's advance the whole point. Maybe you wanted to add something to your thought because I cut you off.
What was my thought to begin with? Then putting over Rex.
Rex, yeah. Fuckface.
There's plenty of people that can be like put over with this shit. At the end of the day, it's like, there's opportunities. You just gotta kind of do it. And then hopefully it works out for you. Like, for example, Devin is kind of at a point where he could maybe do something. But the one way to, like, if he skips ahead, then it's not as meaningful. Like, it's basically, oh, hey, here's a pixel. Here's Devin Flash. No, like, if he does something with the Rivon thing and then has, like, a good singles run, then logically... the point I'm making is if you're gonna try to do the I'm back and here's a fucking title fight, it's better if you have something leading up to it, then we can pick you or they can pick you. You get what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
To show up and do something other than that, and this fucking, I'm gonna kill this fucking person.
It's okay.
Literally
it's fine. Kill him after the podcast.
Literally kill them after this fucking podcast. I hope whoever they're waiting for never comes down. And I hope they die in their car from waiting forever. That's what I hope.
Reported.
Reported, right? Fucking cunt. I hope their horn breaks, stupid bitch. I don't know if it's a bitch or a guy. I can't tell. I'm about to put a brick through the fucking window. Anyway, sorry for my vibe. This is why I'm the only one who can lead us to the promised land with fury and fire. But no, like, do something in between and then show up, then it makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's not rocket science, but I get it. Like, season 16, we had like a lot of opportunity. Now the gate is open, but you gotta kind of like do stuff. Like, Cino can do stuff. Definitely Devin Flash can do stuff. Claudio can do stuff. Bishop is not wanting to. Not a knock on them, but doesn't want to, which is honest. But can do stuff. I mean, Sheldon's been there. He's kind of in between, but he's doing the thing with John. So like him and going after Parker again is kind of stupid. So like him just being there with John, like oddly enough, you know what I would actually see? I could actually see Sheldon and John being a tag team because remember, John's tag teams always failed. He's had like they remember that they
I know I was part of a crew
that dumbass video where they fucking buried John.
Oh yeah, I remember
that fucking treatsy shit, which is funny because
Discord shoot on the screen.
Yeah. The funny thing about that is that
I was part of it.
Video thing. Yeah. No. Oh, okay. Well, they did that video. Well, he did that video. And then he did Parker's video for the 20th anniversary when the video was playing. I was like, oh, this reminds me of the Treatsy video. So when he said, oh, Owen did it, I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But no, like John never, as far as I'm aware, I don't think he's ever won. Oh no, he won it with Jordan Trance. Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Champion,
yes.
Right?
Yes, he was. Yes.
So I think him and then the Future Idiots thing, after he got fucked over by Jordan Trance, like him going with because I think the big story was him actually getting the tag championships with the Future Idiots. So I think him reforming kind of like this weird wrestling, because they named it, what the fuck did they call it? Him and Sheldon named their tag something like weird.
I don't know.
I don't know what the fuck it was, but they named it something because they were doing the mix mash of like a Sanctum / TWC type thing, whatever the fuck, remix thing. Much to the chagrin of people on Discord, which is hilarious. I know some people like, ugh. I was like, oh, cool, neat. I think they should do that and then go after maybe the pivot. That would be kind of cool because now it's John with a non-toxic tag partner in Jordan Trance and then whatever. But hey, I'm just fucking spitballing here.
I mean,
Like
that's
that.
a good segue for my last question,
Yeah,
and a quick one.
up,
I'm wrapping it up. What do you want to see? What is the number one thing you want to see this upcoming season, like year 2025 in OCW? Quick one. One thing that you want to see.
Oh, one thing I want to see. I just want to be entertained. Like Steven Jackson,
like a moment or someone climbing the ladder, or I don't know, something.
Oh, I have a few.
Mm-hmm.
I want a healthy Quartz to come back, like non-stress, like non-whatever, not being forced to come back by stupid Spider.
Mm-hmm.
I want Nate to win the world title because fuck everybody. It makes me happy.
Wow.
I want him to get 10. I want him to get 10 even, just so, because I'm a toxic piece of shit.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I want B17 to hit the record he wants. I kind of want Parker to hit his record, but fuck him because he's gonna whatever. Like B17 will have it and bring it up once. Parker will bring it up nonstop. So probably more for B17 than for Parker.
Mm-hmm.
Parker. What else? I'd like Maurice to finish his story, but that's not gonna happen. Makes me sad. Sag. I like Jago to get the credit he deserves for fucking being like face of the year and just holding it down with Jagana. Like seriously.
Yeah.
I like people to shut the fuck up about legends because some of your friends are legends. Sorry, I'm being toxic. What else? I'd like more rookies to show up and be more. I mean, I need more Junkos in my life.
Oh, Junko is great.
Junko's fucking fantastic. And I think that's it. Like I'm good. Like I'm happy with where OCW is going. To be honest with you, like everybody has an idea of what they want to do, and it's like I don't hate it. So fuck it.
You heard it first. Nate World Champion in 2025.
It'd be nice if Marissa won the fucking title. As annoying as fucking Rise escapades can be sometimes. Like there's fucking like they Rise has shots, but Rise always comes up short. Like Claudio's been champ, but not and Rival's been champ. Marissa's never been champ. So I can see Marissa like Pride Championship would be neat. And then Marissa will fuck it up with some weird tauntry sex-based bullshit.
Oh my god, no. Oh Jesus.
Like I'd be happy, like, yay! The fucking girlhood dream is, and then the next week is some fucking G-string thon, toothless yeast infection type shit. I'm like, great, fantastic. Where's Belle? Like I'd like to see that. It'd be nice. Like there's a lot of things.
Yeah. A lot of optimism.
I love to see all the people that are miserable to come back and be good, but it's like I don't wish that upon them. But no, I do want a 10th for Nate just because I could be a petty bitch about it because it makes me happy. And Nate would not want it. Nate doesn't want it. He won't have it.
No.
Like I know some people have brought his name up. I'm like, no. They're like, why? I'm like, why? Number one, he's champion. Number two, no, it's stupid. No, we're not doing that. No. God forbid. Like I used to give people a Nate match or whatever match. We're not doing it. It's over. They're old. Leave them alone. Let them fucking live in the twilight. And
it's never gonna stop.
What else?
I think you have a pretty good list so far.
Yeah, no, I want as people don't understand. Like I want people to succeed. I just don't want them to be annoying with it. I want to be entertained, bro. It's simple. Like I bring up Steven Jackson because again, Steven Jackson's entertaining as fuck to me. Oh well, the moves. I don't give a fuck about. Just be fun, be entertaining, be interesting. I don't give a fuck about your 19-week angle with fucking weird side quests. I don't give a shit. Be fun, be funny, be entertaining. Tell a good fucking story. Be simple. That's it. That's all there is to it. Why don't you like me? Because I move cigarettes. I move beer. Let's fight. Okay, good. Is it funny? Someone got hit with a beer bottle. I'm fucking great. I'm having a good time. Let's go. Like, God damn it. It's not difficult. I don't need a friendship-based story. A long time ago, we used to be friends, but you betrayed me on Riot 615, and I never forgot what you did to me. So now on Turmoil 332, I'm coming back with a vengeance for your brother, and we're going to meet in the main event of Resolution 9. Shut the fuck up. Just tell me a good story, bro. Fuck.
Be fun. Right. Be safe.
Yeah.
Try this at home.
Be safe. Have a good fucking moveset. And that's all there is to it, bro. I want to go in and fucking like when we did that stupid, well, not you, but when we did that 20 year, like maybe hour fucking 3 of Jamie's slurred responses, I started getting lit and I was like, yo, I love OCW, bro. I love talking this bullshit with you motherfuckers. Like it's enjoyable to me. But that was probably because I'm fucking drunk, but I do generally enjoy this shit. Like people coming up with nuanced conversations. At the end of the day, look, I don't give a fuck how you feel, how I talk to you. At the end of the day, I just want you to fucking succeed and not be dick-sided about it or pussy-sided. Just fucking make sense, have fun, and do good shit. And hey, if it comes up short, it's fine. Try again next fucking week. Don't tell me, wait, what was it? What the fuck was the island? Or, oh, you can let it play out. Fucking let it play out. Let me see what you got now. Shut the fuck up. Do good shit. Be fun. Have fun. Fuck. It's not difficult. Have fun. Goddamn, bro. Motherfuckers be taking this shit like it's fucking NASA or some shit, trying to save people.
Calm down, blood pressure and everything. Calm down, Jesus.
I got a smartwatch. My blood pressure is 127 over fucking 79, bitch. I'm good. I just literally did it right the fuck now. As you were saying, actually, no, it's bullshit because it takes a minute to kick in. I'll do it right now. But as we're talking, I'll tell you the fucking number. But yeah, no, it's simple, bro. Have fun, do good shit, be good shit. And if it stinks, we'll tell you, you fix it. That's it. Details matter, consequences matter, everything matters. Sometimes it fails, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit. If it's shit, it's fine. You have next week. It's not a huge deal. Fuck.
That's
really it. That's really it, bro. It's like it's not rocket science. Do good, have good matches too. Like if you're gonna do Bolek and Jackson, ugh. But if you're gonna do fucking,
we're not going to get into that. We don't have time to go into the bad stuff. I know.
It's like mad late. You're like, I want to go to sleep and cuddle with my fiance. Why are you still? You need to have this shit. You need to send me the thing or to whatever so I can upload it like today. I'll do it for tomorrow. But
I can send it to you.
Pushy bitch.
I can send it to you right away. It's no big deal. But I think
115 over 79 is my blood pressure, bitch.
Oh, that's fine.
Drinking too. Look at that. Low blood pressure, maybe.
Don't do that.
I'm fine. I mean, I'm happy. I made the brownies.
Hey. Oh, nice.
I love OCW, bro. I love it. It's just that, like, I think that the problem that I have is that because I'm abrasive and shit, people don't understand what I'm saying. Because my thing is, I respond in kind. So if you come to me normally, I'm good. If you try to be cute, I will fuck with you. And the thing is, I will hold dumb shit you say. Like, I'll run into the ground because that's how I am, because I just can't stop it. Like, I'm supposed to be the bigger person. But it's like, no, you're not. Like, when they say, like Michelle Obama said, when you go low, when they go low, we go high. When you go low, I go underground. I can't help it. Like, just don't fuck with me. Be cool and I'm cool. If you fucking dick-sided, I gotta be like this. And then Jake gets mad at me. He's like, oh, this shit. Like, yeah, you're right, but fuck you. It's like, leave me alone. Be cool. Fuck.
Yeah, you heard. No, it's fine. It's fine. I heard just how I expected to go. Nothing new. So I think that's a wise word to put a clamp on this. A lot of wise words, except neighbors, with the horns and stuff. But
well,
I had a good time. 225, the perfect time. I had more questions, but it's gonna be for a later episode probably. Because I know I told you we're gonna rumble off topic, and then because I know how it is. I know how our discussion go.
That's why me and you have a good piece of shit, and you understand that.
Yeah, and it's fine. 225. I don't want to be longer for people listening to. 225 is already long enough for people to
I can't wait for
do dishes.
To put a stupid comment like, "Oh, this is so long." Fuck you. Then don't listen. It's like, bro, if you're gonna complain, then don't listen. Be miserable. I don't give a fuck. Do your life. I don't care.
Kisses, everybody. That was the last word. Perfect. I think it was perfect for the last word of the podcast. See you later with another episode of the HONCast. Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome. Shout out to Bell.